From the hood to college, both worlds they had to meet. 6 degrees between us, so cold, we're about to freeze. But we're Florida boys, hot takes, we bring the heat. We're moving the culture, the engineers to the streets. Yo, 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 yo. Let's get it, man. Y'all know what time it is, man. The doctor's in the house. Y'all know what time it is. We got Smoochy in the building. Hold on, Smoochy. You know we gotta follow protocol first, but I'm gonna get you right. Give me a second. We got Smoochy in the building. Hold on. Make sure we ain't echoing. You know we gotta. Yeah, it's it's a little. Everything's okay. Just to give you a brief update. Don't worry, everything's okay. But he did have a little scare. But you know how that go. It was a little scare on the fly. But we gonna talk about it. Smoochy here for the Noti gang. You know what I'm talking about? Everybody need to get their behinds in here. Talk to him. Yep, we're in the building. Doctors in the building. Let's get right. Let's get it. All right, you know, as always, man, before we start off, we got to thank God for letting us be here, giving us the opportunity to be here, the ability to be here. So please bow your heads if you believe in the faith. If not, take a moment of silence or do whatever you do. Through Jesus' name, thank you, Lord, for letting us see this bright and beautiful day, Lord, and thank you for those that are brave enough to, not only put themselves up, but potentially sacrifice themselves to defend our rights to live free in this wonderful country. So happy Memorial Day to those that are actively serving or have stopped serving, and for all the soldiers as well, anybody in between, and prospective soldiers as well. Please, Lord, continue to bless us and let us remember that we have days like this to spend time with our loved ones and appreciate our loved ones, and also tell somebody that we do love them, because life is too short. But hopefully at the end of that life we get to go and live in all eternity with you, Heavenly Father. Through Jesus' name, amen. And also too, I want to say, in addition to Happy Memorial Day, I also want to say rest in peace, Mr. Bill Walton, man. Mr. Bill Walton, man. This is a boxer stream. Do I have a bell? I do have a bell. We're going to give a little 10 count for Mr. Bill Walton, man. We're going to ring that bell, man. That's a legend in basketball. Those of you that don't watch basketball, he's a multiple-time NBA champion, also an MVP. His son, Luke Walton, played with, rest in peace, Kobe Bryant. So, yeah, let's give a little ring. We're going to ring the bell a couple times for, just like boxers do, like we do in boxing, for the late, great Mr. Bill Walton, who passed away today. So we're going to give a moment of silence, give a 10 count, starting now. I don't even know if y'all are y'all hearing the 10 count? I don't want to interrupt it. There you go. Now y'all hearing it. Sorry about that. We on number 5. Yes, that's for Mr. Bill Walton, man. Bill Walton, NBA legend, man. And not only on the court, but I hear such wonderful stories of him on the court as well. I mean, off the court as well. So those of you that I missed, I gave an extra one, just because the sound was off for whatever reason. But I heard it on my side. I think y'all might have heard the echo anyway. But yeah, rest in peace, Mr. Bill Walton, man, NBA legend. All right, let's get right to it, man. So Smoochy said, no, I got the notification. First off, Smoochy in the building. Let's get right, man. Big mod tings, big Noti gang. So yeah, so you got the notification. Let me pull up the Let me pull up the let me pull it up real quick if I can find it. Let me pull it up on the side right here. I ain't even got it up on the side right here. I'm wildin'. All right, there you go, right there. Yeah, that's Mr. Bill Walton right there, his face right there, beside Mr. Mike Tyson. So today, you know, those of you that haven't heard, Mike Tyson had unfortunately had a medical emergency today. It was on the flight, so you know, it doesn't seem like it's too serious. Thank God for that. You know, hopefully he's okay. But it was actually on the flight. On the flight, I don't know if it was a flight leaving Florida or a flight going to Florida. I believe it was a flight departing Florida. As you know, that's where I'm at, so I thought that was funny. But yeah, per report and that they're releasing on the internet, they're saying that he had an ulcer flare up. So you know, I'm assuming it's a stomach ulcer. That's the only ulcers that I'm familiar with in your stomach area, your stomach region. So yeah, it might not be anything serious, you know. So the good news is that he's okay. They're saying he's okay already, so that's good. But the other good news is that too, you know, ulcer flares can happen from anything, you know. You know, and the flight in Florida was delayed. I think it was 2-hour, 3-hour delay prior to his medical emergency. The flight wasn't delayed due to his emergency; it was already delayed, and then he had the medical emergency. So, you know, a common reason for ulcer flare-ups are having an empty stomach. So it could be something like that. He was just hungry, you know, and hopefully it's something as small as that. But it does still cause for concern because, you know, it's just, you know, little things like that. It's just a sign of, you know, you getting older. Of course, anybody got an ulcer, you know, and illness and sickness and diseases aren't, you're not immune to it because you're young, but it does give a little, you know, cause of concern. Just little things like that. And of course, I know this was years ago, but I remember he had that, I don't know if he had hip surgery or something. I don't know if he had hip surgery or had a hip issue or something like that. Maybe he was on the cane. So it's just, you know, just father time catching up and stuff like that. But it's just, I think you should be concerned. Like, we should have always been concerned. You know, he's 57 years old. You know, and you know, with him being, with him being 57.
Damn. I'm sorry.
With him being 57, you know, he's 30 years Jake Paul senior. You know, and that's a lot of people say, oh, George Foreman got a championship. George Foreman was 45. So if you want to take the difference, that's 12 years. Mike Tyson Jr. at that time, you know what I'm saying? So 45 is a lot different than 57, and Mike Tyson, you know, we seen him last. Yeah, it didn't look good, but like I said, if it's an exhibition, I'm not concerned. But the fact that it's a professionally sanctioned fight, you know, it means that you're gonna come out with a little more fervor. You're gonna come out with a little more intensity, most likely. So, you know, I'm just a little worried. I ain't gonna lie, I'm just a little worried for Mike Tyson's well-being. And also, too, it's like, man, you know, Mike Tyson's an icon, man. I hate for him to lose to Jake Paul. You know, I don't care how old he is. People aren't going to remember that he's geriatric. Damn near now. He's not geriatric. But he's 3 years removed from 60. They're just going to remember that he's going to lose. Actually, he'll be 2 years because I think by the time the fight actually happens, he'll be 58. You know, so he'll be one step closer to 60 than he already is now. So, but yeah, I heard he's pretty much okay. But it is cause for concern because his fight's, what, is it July? Yeah, July 18th. So, you know, it's not too far out, man. So, oh, I'm going for Mike Tyson, but if you ask me right now to put money on it, I got Jake Paul because I think Jake Paul, not that he's going to hurt Mike Tyson or beat up Mike Tyson or not that he's capable. It's just the fact that, you know, youth. I think he's going to tire out Mike Tyson, he's going to smother Mike Tyson. And you know, and Mike Tyson's going to get tired. You know, it is what it is, bro. If you 57 and the other person 27, the 57-year-old ain't got no business keeping up with the 27-year-old for what is it? Is it an 8-round fight? So, you know, he just tire him out, you know. But if Jake Paul gets caught, now, Mike Tyson can get to him early now. I definitely with boxing, you know, boxing is one of the last things. Those of you who know watch boxing, those of you that know boxing, familiar with boxing, one of the last things to go is what? Your punching power. So if Mike Tyson can somehow get to him, you know, I'm talking about blitz him. Hey, Jake Paul might go to sleep. You know what I'm talking about? We might be pulling up one of these for Jake Paul. You know what I'm talking about?
You got knocked the fuck out, man. Give me my goddamn money.
So yeah, so that is what it is, you know. That is what it is. So we gonna see, man. We shall see with that. But I'm just glad. Most importantly, forget all the fight stuff. I'm just glad the legend, the icon, the Iron Mike is okay. You know, that's what's most important. You know what I'm saying? And it seems like he is okay. So just a little health scare, but he's all right. So that's great. And once again, you know, it is Memorial Day, and rest in peace to Mr. Bill Walton, man. That sucked. You know, I'm a big basketball fan, so. Even if I wasn't, you know, it's still, you know, you don't want anybody to He was only 71 years old. You know what I'm saying? So rest in peace to Mr. Bill Walton, and happy Memorial Day. Shout out to all the soldiers out there, and their families, and shout out to Bill Walton's families too that he left behind as well. Serious condolences go out to them. But also I want to talk about too is I was making my rounds today, and of course I dropped a video the other day. I think it was yesterday. No, not yesterday. Day before, we were talking about Errol Spence. You know, Errol Spence, he has he has a fight against Fundora, but I've been seeing some people talk about, reminiscing about Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence clash, and mostly because a lot of people have been talking about the pound for pound rankings. A lot of people have Terrence Crawford, Alexander Usyk, and Nadia Inoue 1, 2, and 3. No particular order, whatever order you have those three, but usually those three, and usually you see Terrence Crawford at #1 or Usyk #1 right now, and then Nadia Inoue at 2 or 3, somewhere in between. But just talking about Terrence Crawford, I do think a big knock on him is his inactivity. But the last time we saw him, man, he put on a demolition derby on Errol Spence, you know what I'm saying? But what I don't like, of course that's what we're here for. We're here to talk boxing, all right? So we're going to talk about it. But I don't like, everybody has their opinion, but I just think it's crazy and mad disrespectful when they say that Errol Spence I heard somebody call Errol Spence a hype job. I heard, people say that. People call him a fraud, because he lost. That was from day one when he lost. And I just feel like, man, that's so disrespectful.
Here you go. Oh, shit. Yeah, I'm tired of that. It was so disrespectful.
I just feel like it's so disrespectful. Like, Errol Spence has one loss. We can't forget that. The only loss that he has is to Terrence Crawford, who's an all-time great. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people consider Errol Spence as one of the best fighters to ever put on hand wraps. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying he's the best, but he's gonna go down like that, especially if he beats Israel Madrimov on August 3rd and gets another title at another division. So it's just hard for me to fathom or understand how someone could say that a person who only has one loss and is who mostly consider is the best right now to be bad because he lost to him. I don't care what fashion he lost to him. I don't care what manner he lost to him. That's his only loss. It's not like Errol Spence, that was his first competition. You know what I'm saying? He fought Sean Porter, who was another champion. He fought Kell Brook, who's another champion. He fought Mikey Garcia, who's another champion. He fought, I could keep going, So it's just like, yeah, he lost badly to Terrence Crawford. But I don't believe anybody could do Errol Spence like that besides Terrence Crawford. So I just think it's funny, man. Like, how could he be a hype job? I think that's ridiculous. And then shout out to my boy WCS, man. I like his channel. Sometimes I be in his channel, and someone, I don't remember who was on his panel, but they said, like I said, it was a good conversation. Everybody will have different, have varying opinions, so nothing to knock. I think it's good. It's healthy to have a good conversation. And they had a great conversation, and somebody, I don't remember who it was, said that Errol Spence is not only did he say he's a hype job, he also said somebody said hype job, and then someone said that Errol Spence, dang, what did he say? It was just on the tip of my tongue. I can't even remember what it was. It was that Errol Spence was a hype job, and that Errol Spence, Errol Spence quit in the fight. Like he wanted to quit. I'm like, man, Errol Spence wanted to quit. That's crazy to me, because if anybody was gonna quit, wouldn't you have quit in that fight? Like, he had plenty of times to quit, man. He got dropped like 4 or 5 times. He got dropped 50, 11 times. You tell me that if he wanted to quit, he couldn't have quit? You can say whatever you want, but Errol Spence got whooped, he got destroyed, he got demolished. But to say he wanted to quit, I think that's just disingenuous, or you might be a little psychotic, man. Like, you might be a little crazy, because if he was gonna quit, that would be the fight to quit. I don't think anybody would have blamed him for quitting. That's the thing. Like, Errol Spence demonstrated that. I think he might have got whooped, but everything in his body language, everything in his actions demonstrated that he had no quit. You know what I'm saying? They had to save him for himself. I'm thank God for the referee to stopping it, and the corner should stop it. But some of those fights, I think Errol Spence is one of the fighters, just like Tim Tszyu. You got to save them from themselves, because I think he would undoubtedly would have went out on the shield. You know what I'm saying? Would have gladly went out on the shield, and he was going. he was definitely going. So I think to question that is, to me, is wild to me. Like, you question his heart. That's if he didn't show anything else. If he showed nothing else in that fight, he showed heart. But he got whooped, But let's not be ridiculous and reach and take away from this dude. You know what I'm saying? So Errol Spence, he showed up to the post presser as well. There was nothing that wasn't stand up about Errol Spence, You know, besides him laying down, getting whooped. But everything else, you would stand up. What else? What more do you want? So, yeah, I think that Errol Spence, he got whooped by Terrence Crawford, of course. I do think that he has, you know, his next fight against Sebastian Fundora in October is going to be very pivotal for him. You know, he dropped a cryptic message, which we dropped a video on talking about, where he was like, this may be the last time you see me. Now, a lot of people are going overboard and going to the extreme and saying that this means that this is going to be his retirement fight. I'm not certain of that. I do think that's what it, of course, it's a cryptic message. Of course, it could make you believe that. But if you look at Errol Spence's history on Twitter, he has said this before. He said, like, he said, oh, I'm off this thing. You know what I'm saying? So he said, oh, I won't be on here for a while. I'm gonna be gone for a minute. And he's talking about not being active on social media. So he just locked the fight in. So when he said that this might be the last time y'all see me, he could easily mean that he's saying in the imminent future, like up until his fight. So it may not mean, it may or may not mean, you know, and it could have been him trying to, you know, spark speculation as well and keep his name circulating, you know. But I'm not certain that he's saying this is his last fight. I feel like he could just be saying you won't see him on social media for a while because he just locked in a fight and he's gonna train, you know, and then he'll get active again. But I do understand the speculation because I'm not sure either, you know. I'm not sure either. But I do think that if this is his last fight, man, what a hell of a ride, man. What a hell of a ride. And I will say this, I do believe that if he loses, it should be his last fight. I already told y'all, I thought that after Terrence Crawford, he should hang him up because, like I said, he does. The only people that are in denial think that he doesn't have any, he's not showing any residual effects from his car accident. That doesn't mean that it's an excuse for him to lose to Terrence Crawford, because I don't think even at 100% he would beat Terrence Crawford. But, you know, you could tell from even when he fought Ugas, even when he fought Danny Garcia, I've been saying that he didn't look the same. It's just because he won. So him winning, you know, when you win, it masks everything. It doesn't matter. But so people didn't care. It's not that he didn't look the same. Or it's not that he didn't look different. It's just that people didn't care because he won. You know what I'm saying? So naturally they're going to care more when he lost. But I don't think any version of him, the way Terrence Crawford beat him, like, I wholeheartedly believe that no other fighter on earth could beat Errol Spence the way Terrence Crawford did. So I'm not saying that that it's an excuse, but I just think it's real. I think both these could exist simultaneously. They're not mutually exclusive. I do think that Errol Spence hasn't been the same since his car accident, but I also don't think that there was any version of Errol Spence that could beat Terrence Crawford if he lost like that, because Errol Spence was still good enough to beat Ugas, is still good enough to beat Danny Swift Garcia. So yeah, but I do think that there, to me, in my mind, if Errol Spence, like I said, could channel anything, you know, and this is his first time moving up to 154, and it was documented that he was having trouble making weight, right, at 147. So now he's at 154. I think that the way Errol Spence fights, his style, and I think he, you know, and the way that he, just everything about his skill set, I think is going to carry up, and his size too. I think his power and everything is going to carry up to 154, junior middleweight. And I think he's going to be strong, and if he is, I think he should have no problem with Sebastian Fundora. Sebastian Fundora is an awkward fighter. Don't get me wrong. He's tall, towering inferno, 6'5", 6'6", whatever tall he is, and he's long, but he doesn't fight with his range, right? He's towering inferno. He be, you know, just like an inferno. He be throwing hands, you know what I'm saying? So, and he likes to engage, kind of like Brandon Figueroa, just a bigger Brandon Figueroa. You know, Brandon Figueroa is tall for his smaller weight divisions, but he, what's he at? Bantamweight, super bantamweight, but he fights on the inside. He doesn't use his range and his height to advantage. So I think that's same thing with Fundora, and I think that'll play right into Spence's favor. And I think Spence gets on the inside. I think he beats him to the body, to be honest. That's what I think, because he's such a long and thin frame. I think Errol Spence will just crush him, you know. But the thing is that it won't be for the two belts, right? The WBO, Fundora is being forced to vacate it, or he might vacate it, or I don't know if he's being stripped or vacated. Essentially the same thing. He won't have it. So that belt won't be up. That belt won't be up because they wanted him to fight Terrence Crawford for those two belts. But of course, Terrence Crawford has to fight August 3rd, and then Fundora was injured. You know, he had to recover from his injuries from the Tim Tszyu fight. So that kind of put it back. Yo, boy Doc and the Doc K part in the building. So yeah, but I do think Spence, by all means, I think there's no reason why Spence should lose to Sebastian Fundora unless he's not himself anymore, and if he's, you know, not even close to himself anymore. And if I feel like if Errol Spence can't beat Sebastian Fundora, then I think you should definitely hang him up. I personally believe you should hang him up anyway. But hey, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm not one that subscribes to the notion that you have to keep going until there's nothing left. You know, I think that once you're not at your peak anymore, or not even at your peak, but you feel like you can't compete anymore at a high level, then I think that you should call it. You know what I'm saying? And I think that Spence at a high level, any version, I think the Spence that fought Terrence Crawford would be able to beat Fundora. You know what I'm saying? Any Spence versus, and definitely the Spence before the accident, but Spence, the Danny Garcia Spence, the Ugas Spence, I think all that beats Fundora. So if he can't muster enough to beat the Fundora, then I don't think that he should fight anymore. And there's no knock on Fundora. I think Fundora is a good fighter. I just think Spence's level is above him, in my personal opinion. You know, but yeah, man. My boy Merle, the legend, in the building. He said, I thought we agreed Spence should retire after this, but yet they planned his next fight. I'm telling you, bro. I think, yeah, it's in October, man. I'm excited for it because I think it will, you know, answer some questions, not just for us as fans, but for him as a boxer too. Because sometimes you gotta know, you know what I'm saying? And this is a lot of questions that Spence is gonna be, a lot of question marks that Spence will have a definitive answer to, right? He's gonna get a championship fight so he can know if he could be a champion again. You know what I'm saying? If he's that level of fighter, because Spence don't take tune-ups. Let's be real. Spence, if you look at all his fight, he a champion, back-to-back champion fight. You know what I'm saying? He don't take tune-ups. So that's what when people question Spence, like, to me, it's crazy. But he don't take tune-up fights. That's number one. So he's going back in another championship fight, and he deserves it because he only lost to a pound-for-pound fight, and it was an undisputed fight. You know what I'm saying? Who the heck besides Terrence Crawford should get a chance at anything besides Errol Spence? Number one. So he'll see if he could become a champion again. Number two, he'll see how he handles the new weight division at 154, because this will be his first time doing that. And then number three, not only can he just tell if he could decide if he could be a champion, he could see that if he's even able to contend, because let's be honest, you know what I'm saying, Sebastian Fundora is easily considered the weakest link of the champions at 154 right now between, I mean, it's only him and Israel Madrimov, but let's throw Terrence Crawford is a champion by default almost at any weight class he goes to. So let's throw Terrence Crawford in there. So Terrence Crawford, Madrimov, even though Terrence Crawford and Madrimov are fighting for Madrimov's belt, and Sebastian Fundora has 2 belts, and another belt is vacant if I'm not mistaken. Wait, Madrimov has 1 belt. Sebastian Fundora has 2 belts. He's gonna be stripped of the WBO. I could be wrong. Who would have the 4th belt? I think it's vacant. Let's look it up real quick. I think it's vacant. I might be forgetting somebody. I might be disrespecting somebody. Yeah, I am disrespecting somebody. Bakram has it. Murtazaliev. But I think that, like I said, there's no disrespect to Sebastian Fundora, but I do think that all the other champions at that level beat him, you know, at that division. And I think that Errol Spence should be able to beat him, in my opinion. But if he doesn't, then I think that'll let him know definitively that, you know, if he can't beat Fundora, then I think that'll let him know that, hey, man, that's it. You know, but I don't mind this fight. I don't mind this fight, man. You know, sometimes you got to know. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you can't see the stove is hot. You got to touch it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about? You got to touch it and see that thing hot. I think hot that is. So yeah, man, and I don't know, bro. I just think there's a lot with it, and I'm excited to see Spence again, even though I'm nervous. You know what I'm talking about? But just like I'm nervous with Wilder as well. You know, I'm nervous, and just like I was nervous with Pacquiao talking about he wanted to come back and fight, because these are people that I love boxing. I don't want to see anybody. Like, even with Kovalev, I'm not the biggest Kovalev fan, but we just saw Kovalev 41, and he got knocked out. I was a little nervous for him too, because sometimes you gotta protect these fighters from themselves, man. You know, that's all they've been doing is fighting all day, and you know, all their life, and it's like, you know, we'll tell you somebody, you know, when it's over for you to stop doing something, then, you know, it's like it's not natural. It feels unnatural rather. That's why you got a team around you, loved ones around you. Hopefully that can help. What's the word? It can help. They can help give you consultation and consult you and tell you, hey man, you know, it might be time. Teddy Bruckshot in the building. Now my Mike's okay though. Mike's okay. He had an ulcer flare up. You know what I'm saying? So according to the reports, he had an ulcer flare up. So he said he's okay. So but it is, like I said, it's just concerning to think that he has a fight and he having ulcer flare ups, and you know what I'm saying? It's nothing to take. It's nothing life-threatening, but it's just concerning considering that he has a fight coming up, right? You know what I'm saying? And I just think that goes to reinforce that it's an older gentleman fighting, man. You know what I'm saying? It's an older gentleman fighting, but ain't no spring chicken, man. He's 57 years old.
Damn! I'm sorry.
He's 57, man. You know, and think about it. Last time we saw Mike was 20 years ago, and he looked old then. You know what I'm saying? With professional fighting, I'm saying. Because he got tired, so he's definitely going to get tired now. So we'll see how it goes, man. I just hope he doesn't lose to Jake Paul. But, hey, man, shout out to Jake Paul. And, you know, at the end of the day, too, Mike Tyson getting paid. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to both of them, you know. I'm sure Mike Tyson ain't mad. I just don't. But I don't care. However you cut it, I don't like it being a professionally sanctioned fight. I think that's trash. I ain't gonna lie to you. I think it being a pro fight is trash, and I think that's a stain on boxing, in my opinion, regardless of who wins. That's just my humble opinion, man. So I wanted to move on to Jack Catterall, man. I was thinking about Jack Catterall. I was like, man, you know, that was a good fight at 140. Jake Paul by KO. Yeah, LAV, bro. Don't say that, bro. But you might be right, my brother. LAV in the building. So, Doc K part, man. Let me know you ready when you want to join. If anybody else wants to join, let me know. I'll give you the link. So you know it's in the Discord. But yeah, I think Jake Paul has a good chance of. I hope it doesn't happen like that, man. Because you don't. First of all, you 57 years old. You can still handle your own, of course, man. You 57 in the hood, man. You go down to the park and be hooping with a dude that's 57-year-old. He might take you to school, but boxing is the hurt game. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes things happen. You know, you might have to get in a little scuffle, but this is a planned fight. It's different when it's like unprovoked or not unprovoked. Sorry, it's wrong word. When it's unanticipated, you know, and it's a surprise, and you know what I'm saying, catch you off guard type stuff, something that happens spontaneously. But it's a planned fight, a 57-year-old, that's kind of, you know. But we'll see though, man. Mike Tyson, if anybody can do it on this earth, if anybody on this earth could do it, it's Mike Tyson. You know what I'm saying, Iron Mike. But we'll see, man. But yeah, so Jack Catterall, man, I thought it was a great win. You know, it's always gotta have some controversy. Every big fight, big event in boxing, you know, he just beat Josh Taylor. For those of you that missed it, he just beat Josh Taylor in a rematch. You know, their first match was highly was surrounded by controversy again. A lot of people thought Jack Catterall won, especially because he downed Josh Taylor and he was deducted a point, which seemed unnecessarily. He was unnecessarily deducted a point, in my opinion. But I think Josh Taylor was deducted a point too, though. So I kind of evened out. But anyway. I thought I wasn't too bad at Josh Taylor winning. I did feel like in the first fight Jack Catterall won, but I wasn't upset about it. You know, I tend to call robberies. When I call a fight a robbery, it'd be really a robbery. You know what I'm saying? A close fight, sometimes go either way. But I did have Jack Catterall winning. But he left no question that he won this time. And I think that I was just thinking like, man, who could Jack Catterall beat at 140, man? Let's think of the champions, man. I'm not gonna talk about the contenders, just the champions, right? Because I do think he deserves a title shot. That's number one. But who does he beat, man? Like Teofimo Lopez, do you think Catterall beats? I think Teofimo Lopez is the best. And I said this before. I said this during the live stream for Jack Catterall and Josh Taylor when we were watching the fight. I was like, man, you know, we were thinking about it then. And I still stand firm. I had to think about it. I was like, man, am I missing something? But I still stand firm on that. I still think Jack Catterall. I think Teofimo Lopez is the best champion at 140 right now. Between him, Devin Haney, Subriel Matias, and Isaac Pitbull Cruz. However, I think stylistically, Jack Catterall has the best chance against Teofimo Lopez, although I still believe he loses. But what reinforced it was I went back and watched the post-fight conference of Jack Catterall, Josh Taylor, and Eddie Hearn, and Jack Catterall called out Teofimo Lopez. So, you know what I'm saying? When I be saying this stuff, man, y'all gotta rock with me, bro, because I don't just be saying this stuff, pulling it out my ass now. You know, I really be putting thought in this. Why do y'all think that they're calling out Teofimo Lopez? They didn't call out Subriel Matias. They didn't call out Isaac Pitbull Cruz. You know, they didn't call out Devin Haney. Devin Haney, maybe, you know, they might stay away from Devin Haney because with the Ryan Garcia stuff, you know, that's unresolved. So maybe that's the issue, that's the reason there. But they called out Teofimo Lopez. And I think Teofimo Lopez is the best, but stylistically, I think Jack Catterall matches up against him the best because I think he loses to Isaac Pitbull Cruz. I'm not going to lie. I think Isaac Pitbull Cruz runs through him. I'm not going to say early, but I think Isaac Cruz stops him late, probably like 8 or 9. I think Subriel Matias stops him in 5 or 6. I'm going to be honest. I do, just stylistically, man. And I think Teofimo, you know, what they say about Teofimo. Look, Teofimo lost against George Kambosos. They say Teofimo inconsistent. He had a bad showing against Sandor Martin, even though I believe he won like he did. But it was a very close fight. And then, you know, but then Teofimo come in look like he did against Lomachenko. But what I always say about Teofimo is that people give him way too much, in my opinion. Part of him, like, they and then he looked bad against Jermaine Ortiz. I think people, when it comes to Teofimo, they judge him, like, for his best performances and say that's him. But then when he's coming to his bad performances or his losses, they'll say, oh, that wasn't really Teofimo. No, that's Teofimo. That's what you get with Teofimo. That is, all those ingredients make Teofimo, the good and the bad. So I don't know why people pick and choose what is good and what is bad, and when they want to say the fighter is good and the fighter is bad. bro, that's Teofimo. He's gonna be what quote unquote inconsistent. But I think it's disrespectful because the same people that say Teofimo is sometimes he looks good, sometimes he looks bad. You know, if he doesn't do that good, then it was a bad night for Teofimo. But if he does good, oh, that's what Teofimo looks like. It's good. That's the real Teofimo. They'll say that George Kambosos is a bum. They'll call George Kambosos a bozo. And I think George Kambosos is a good fighter. That's what I always say. I said, man, Teofimo losing to Kambosos, I feel like people over exaggerate how bad of a loss that was. Kambosos is a champion. Now I'm not saying that he's the cream of the crop. He's not the best, but he's still a champion. I think he's a champion caliber fighter, champion level fighter. And I thought that Teofimo would have won. But people acting like he lost to somebody that was random. George Kambosos is not a random. Now if Teofimo loses to Steve Claggett, no disrespect to Steve Claggett, but if he loses to Steve Claggett now, then that, you know what I'm saying, that calls for concern. But I don't think the Kambosos fight was that bad, you know, and it's just so funny because people are just so inconsistent because the same people that say they call George Kambosos a bozo and saying that Teofimo, that loss was bad to George Kambosos, and they'll also say that Devin Haney beat Kambosos twice was a mediocre win. I just dropped a video on that today. The Lomachenko just beat Kambosos, and all of a sudden, that's a great win for Lomachenko. Why? Where's the consistency? How can you be a bozo against one person, but there be a great win for another person? I just feel like it's very hypocritical, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't get it. Like, at least I'm consistent. I never thought George Kambosos win on Teofimo was that bad of a look on Teofimo. I thought, like I said, I thought Teofimo was going to win. I was surprised. I'm not saying I was surprised, but people acted like he lost to a no name. You know what I'm saying? George Kambosos is a good fighter, but just like Lomachenko, I give Lomachenko a lot of credit, especially for stopping Kambosos, ferocious Kambosos. I thought that was a good win. I do think it's a good win, but I don't understand how people could think that's a good win, but then also think that that was a bad loss for Teofimo. I don't care what transpired between Teofimo and Lomachenko. You know what I'm saying? That is almost inconsequential. You know, because styles make fights. So like I think people be picking choosing what is convenient for whatever narrative they try to kick regarding the fighter that they like. But yeah, I just don't understand. I don't understand that notion, you know. But I do think, like I said, at 140, I don't think Jack Catterall beats anybody. But I think his best chance will be against Teofimo because I think, and I'm not talking about, other than some people say, oh, because Teofimo is consistent. No, I give a lot of credit to George Kambosos for his game plan against Teofimo. A lot of people just overlook that. They're like, oh, well, Teofimo just had a bad night. No, what about the people that he's fighting, the opposition, and the fact that they also have a training camp and they also have trainers and they also implement a game plan, practice a game plan, and execute the game plan. So I think that George Kambosos was part of the reason why Teofimo didn't look good. I also think Sandor Martin's part of the reason why he didn't look good. It's not just Teofimo had a bad night. Like, stop it, bro. And same with Jermaine Ortiz. Look, Jermaine Ortiz, I thought was trash because I feel like Jermaine Ortiz, no disrespect, but I think Jermaine Ortiz is a good fighter. I thought that performance was trash. I thought he tried to finesse the boxing game. I was so glad that he lost because I feel like, you know, at the end of the day and the beginning of the day, boxing is a fighting sport, right? Boxing is a fighting style as well. So if I'm wrestling, that's a type of fighting. If I'm doing karate, that's a type of fighting. If I'm doing boxing, that's a type of fighting. If I'm doing street fighting, that's a type of fighting. If I'm doing jiu-jitsu, that's a type of fighting. All of these are under the umbrella of fighting. And what at the core of fighting is there? What's at the core of fighting? Engaging. You cannot fight without engaging. Therefore, if you can't even fight without engaging, then you can't box without engaging by definition. You know what I'm saying? By simple deduction. If I can't even fight without engaging, I damn sure can't box without engaging. So yes, but at the same time, Jermaine Ortiz, he made Teofimo look bad because Teofimo being a former Olympian, you would think that he would be able to cut off the ring and do the basic fundamentals like that, but he didn't. So that wasn't another thing of matter of Teofimo looking bad. No, his opponent made him look bad. So I will applaud Jermaine Ortiz for making Teofimo look bad, but the manner in which he made Teofimo look bad, I thought was a terrible display of championship level boxing. I think Jermaine Ortiz is better than that. But however, I also think that he figured that was the best way he could win. Not number one, but number two, you know, he figured that he could exploit Teofimo. I just don't think that he even did it as well as he thought he could because, you know, he didn't want to get touched at all by Teofimo. You know, I thought he probably felt like he could counterpunch a little bit better than what he could against Teofimo, but he wasn't able to do that. That's why he was on his bicycle the whole time. But I'm glad he lost because he tried to finesse. You can't finesse the boxing because you actually got to fight. And, you know, so I thought I was okay with the outcome for Teofimo, but it did also show that, you know, that's another example of Teofimo's opponents taking something away from him. So you can't disrespect Kambosos or Sandor Martin and just say, oh, Teofimo just had a bad night. Stop it, man. We got to stop that. You know, we got to give these fighters their credit, man. When they look good, shout out to them. When they look bad, then they gotta take responsibility as well. So yeah, I think Catterall, because of that, I think that Teofimo is the easiest. To go back to my point, what I was trying to say is that Jack Catterall, I think that they recognize that they could take away Teofimo, a strength of Teofimo more effectively and easily than they could for Sandor Martin or Isaac Pitbull Cruz. Like, no matter what you do, you're going to have to box Isaac Pitbull Cruz, what Tank did. And I think Gervonta Tank Davis is severely underestimated and underappreciated for his boxing skill. And this is why I told people that Isaac Pitbull Cruz will beat Rolly Romero, and I won money off that, because I said a lot of people don't realize Gervonta Tank Davis, even without hurting his hand, they say, oh, he didn't knock. All people think is that, oh, he didn't knock out Pitbull. Okay, but he still won. Me one-handedly. I don't think anybody in their right mind would say Isaac Pitbull Cruz won, besides unless you're looking for Tank to knock him out. And how did Tank accomplish that? He outboxed him. I knew Rolly Romero did not have the boxing ability like that, or the acumen, or the skill that Tank has. And that's how you're going to beat somebody like Isaac Pitbull Cruz. You have to be a superb boxer, because his pressure is relentless. It's not stopping. That man's like an Energizer bunny. He's going to keep coming forward. He's very compact. I think some people say that he has good defense. I personally don't really think that Isaac Pitbull Cruz has the best defense. I just think that he's small and compact, and he's durable. I think that's the difference. I think durability is a facet and a part of defense, but it's nothing like, what I'm saying, having good defense to me is slipping punches, what I'm saying, ducking punches, avoiding punches, or using footwork, or even blocking punches with your hands sometimes, or head movement. That's good defense. To me, he's durable, so that's part of his defense, is the fact that he could take a punch, but it's not him actively working on, what I'm saying, doing moves or demonstrating or exhibiting defensive skill, if that makes sense to me. So if that makes sense to y'all. So yes, he has good defense, but it's like innate good defense, because he doesn't get hurt. So if somebody doesn't get hurt and they come forward relentlessly and they don't get tired and they always throw punches, it's hard to take that away unless you're a good boxer like Tank. And I don't think Jack Catterall is that good of a boxer, to that level. I think you have to be a great boxer, not just good. There's levels, and I think Catterall, he displayed some good boxing skills. But even what worried me, I told people this too during the fight. My boy hit me up now. Give me a second, my boy calling. What up, B? Hold on, I'm gonna
What you got going on, man?
Nothing much, bro. I'm trying to let me see if I could get you on here. My boy Dr. TC joined, man. Dr. K Park. Give me a second. Let me see if I could get you on.
Man, I'll be able to with all the technologies, man.
Hey.
I'm just saying, what's up, B?
What up with it? Let's see if I get you. Hold on. I think I got you. Yeah, I got you right here. Let's go. Nope, wrong one. Hold on. There you go. All right, so let me try to size it up now. Give me a second. Let me make you. There it is right there. Y'all can see him? All right. Let me get the.
I'm in the garage looking a mess, man.
Let me turn you up so I can hear you. Say it again.
I said I'm in the garage looking a mess.
In the garage. Hey, it's supposed to be a Memorial Day, man. Let me see if I can get the thing. But yeah, right now, just talking about Jack Catterall, man, and his potential to be a champion at 140. I definitely think he deserves. I definitely think that he deserves. What the heck? Yeah, I definitely think that he deserves what's it called? A shot. I definitely think that he deserves a shot now after beating Josh Taylor, but I just don't know who he beats. I was just talking about I do think that let me give me a second. I'm trying to fix this. And talk at the same time. I do think that that Teofimo is the best at 140 currently, but with that said, I do also think that Jack Catterall has the best chance to beat Teofimo. Say that one more time. You kind of skipped out.
At 140?
At 140, right? As a champion. So, yeah, I think he's the best. Yeah, I used to think. So this is what I used to go flip flop between. What's my boy's name? I used to flip flop between Devin Haney and Teofimo, but then I used to have Teofimo at number 1. But then when Teofimo gave that performance against Jermaine Ortiz, I was like, okay, then that's Devin Haney. But then Devin Haney, said, I don't want to hold it against him. I feel like it's kind of unfair. But until it's resolved, I'm going to still say that, he lost to Ryan Garcia as of now. Until it's resolved. I do think Ryan Garcia cheated. I do think it will be a no contest. But until it's resolved, I did put, even if it is resolved, I'm going to be honest, I still will have Teofimo over him. I'm gonna be honest, yeah.
Okay, but I would say this, and I
And they have Subaru
First of all-
Matias. They have Subaru Matias
First of
and
all,
Isan Pitbull Cruz.
For the sake of the internet and the way this shit go, I will first say you definitely got to give Devin Haney the win until it's resolved. Like you can't. I don't think you can do. I don't think you can do it the way you doing it. Which is the
You
opposite
said give
way.
him the win? Nah, I can't give him the win.
Yeah,
I tell you.
and you know how I felt after the fight. You know
Yeah.
me how
Yeah.
I felt.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
while you under investigation, bro, you've lost. Like your investigation is for you to win.
I
not
respect
for you,
that.
You know what I'm saying? Not for you to lose.
I respect that.
I don't agree with it. I disagree with that because he shouldn't have anything close to a blemish.
I
Now
agree.
You're just trying to prove you're innocent.
I
It's not
agree.
like we're trying to prove you're guilty. So you are guilty. I think, and Bob says this ain't the fucking court of law. Like if you got drugs in your system, but you're guilty until you prove you're innocent.
But that's the thing. You only have to say that though because he tested positive. This is not. It's no longer. That's why it's not accusations. Right. It's not like people just said, oh, he may have been. Right.
Devin Haney to win until he's proven to have lost.
Right.
Now.
So
You know how I felt.
Right.
Devin Haney. You know they ain't really like that.
right. So with Ryan Garcia, the only thing he could do is prove that he didn't take it intentionally. Oh, it was in the system. There's no question.
Exactly.
Yeah. So he cheated. It's just did he cheat on purpose?
Yeah,
he cheated. Yeah.
So for me, I'm gonna give Devin Haney his O back.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. No, I'm with you on that.
Until he's completely proven that he shouldn't have lost.
Right.
You know
I'm
what
with you on that.
I still feel like even with the Australian or whatever, this man still kept contacting you as he left hooks.
Right.
They make him faster. I don't know why you kept taking him to the face, but
Right.
anyways,
Right.
I do like him over Teofimo.
Ooh.
That was my point that I was gonna get to.
Okay.
I don't think Teofimo will beat him.
Hmm.
So I will put him as the number one.
Ain't nothing wrong. So I disagree on 2 counts. I disagree. Well, we essentially agree. I agree. I think it's the semantics with the win. I don't give him the win. I'll give him a no contest. I'll give him his O back.
Okay.
I can't give him a win. Yeah. So that's where I differ from you on that. And then on Teofimo, I do think Teofimo beats him because I feel like, and to me the Ryan Garcia, and I know it's not right, and this is why I think that people that cheat should get punished so hard because, like I said, whether he cheated or not, I'm not that imagery is not leaving my head. You know what I'm saying? Same with Cotto. Like everybody saw Cotto get beat down by Margarito, even when we found out he was cheating until he got his rematch. Exactly. So I feel like Devin Haney, unfortunately, is suffering the same. You know what I'm saying? The same fate.
That's that. And you know what? The Cotto Margarito is one reason that makes me go back to. I'm not a Devin Haney fan, but that man deserves the W for the fight. Fuck the no con like.
I'm not mad at that.
Cheated until you prove to me that you did not cheat. I won that fight, and I would say that because I've seen Devin Haney. Remember, I told you my problem with him was because the way he gets hit. I've seen him get hit like that before, but he can clearly say now, "Bro, it affected me so much more than it usually does."
I agree.
Because you were on some shit. Like he's used to getting hit with that left hook, so he may have thought when going into the fight, thinking. Even if Ryan Garcia unloads his best left hook, I can absorb it. Like, bro, you can look. I can pull the clips. You can look at some of his fights. He gets hit flush.
Yeah, he get hurt too.
Because I walked in this way, I can take that punch. You know, niggas in the street, you get hurt, man. That shit.
Yeah.
But the fact this man was on some shit, put him on his ass. Like,
I agree.
That's kind of fucked up because he could have. You even be like, oh, why he got hit like why? Because I expected to get hit like that. I wasn't expecting that this nigga was gonna feel like he was 180 pounds when he hit me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I agree. I agree. So, but like I said, I see him get wobbled. I see him get stunned by Lomachenko. I see him get wobbled by Jorge Linares.
I see him get hit hard, but he knows if he's been in with Lomachenko, who will hit you with some surprising shit. He's been in there with some people. When he seen punches that hit him that he didn't think was coming, damn, is it like how much of a disadvantage is he at where somebody's hitting him with something like amount of power that
that's the thing though. But that's the thing. No, I feel what you're saying. I definitely feel what you're saying.
And I think I know you feel me, but That's what makes me even more pissed off with Ryan Garcia.
Me too. I'm pissed off with him.
Now we're having this fucking ass conversation.
We shouldn't even have it.
Yeah. He hit you with that love, boy. That love for your ass. He hit your ass.
That's because we shouldn't have this conversation. Like I said, it was a stain on boxing. That was a great night for boxing. You know what I'm saying? It was a shocker, man. and he tainted it. I'm mad at him too. However, I do think we have to factor in that, you know, this is the first time, and I hate this because it's gonna sound like I'm defending Ryan Garcia, but I do think it's true. I do think that Ryan Garcia is the first. I don't think Jorge Linares is as strong as Ryan Garcia. I don't think Lomachenko was even close to as strong as Ryan Garcia. You know, and then with the Austrian that put him over with. So I do agree with you that we have to discredit him because we don't know how much that's effect. But I find it hard. Now we can also say this: we don't know how long Ryan Garcia has been doing this. I don't know. That's a good question too. But I don't think that anybody I definitely think unequivocally. Yeah.
What evidence? Like everything. From now on with him has been
it's question. Yeah.
As it should be. What? Because I would say to you, he hit Tank with some of them same left hooks. But Tank is that's the difference though. See, I've never seen. I'm not saying that Tank can't get hurt. But listen, bro, you in boxing enough to know that you can't say that. You know what I'm saying? There's no quantifiable data to say who hits his hardest. Like as much as we think Ryan Garcia throws strong left hooks.
We know some people hit harder. We know some people. I don't think. I think Ryan Garcia is unequivocally stronger than anybody Devin Haney faced. I don't think it's even close. Why? So you can just look at. I
think you're unequivocally stronger than anybody at 147 right now. But why could I say that?
Well, I don't know. You can't really say that for me because I would disagree that you can say that for me because you never see me demonstrate that in the ring against other professionals at world class level.
What about Ryan Garcia? What about I've felt your hands on mitts. What's the difference?
Right.
If he hit some other hands.
But that's the thing. You never felt Ryan Garcia's or seen Ryan Garcia's.
Exactly. It's not quantifiable.
No, I think it is. Okay, so let me ask you this. So you don't know who hit harder, Wilder or Tyson Fury?
Do I think who is harder?
I said you don't know. You don't know who hits harder, Wilder or Tyson Fury? Come on, bro. You know who hits harder, bro. Bro, stop.
No.
Nah, bro. You just trying to argue. Nah, bro. So I'm gonna tell you why I think Ryan Garcia. I'm gonna tell you.
No. Okay, let me put it like this.
Okay.
This is the problem when it comes to boxing.
Okay.
You would say Wilder hit harder, right?
Supporting the building was good. My bad. Go ahead.
Wilder has more dominance in his right hand.
No, I don't want to talk about Wilder because that's not fair. I would just use that to be. I would just use that to be.
That's our just made. You brought Wilder has fear. So we would agree Wilder has more lightning in his right hand.
Wilder has more what? Sorry, say it again.
I say he has more lightning than that right hand.
Yeah. Lightning. Yep.
Okay, so we would agree that Wilder hits harder.
Absolutely.
But this is the problem, and the same problem I had. And I was listening to something you were talking about earlier. I was listening to the argument, and you were talking about the opponents.
Mm-hmm. That's where I was gonna go, but I was gonna let you finish it. But go ahead.
You're right. It goes to opponents. If they riled up their punches and threw punches, do you not think Tyson Fury could? No. You don't think he can leverage a harder punch?
No. I think.
Okay.
I think.
So what you think is that Tyson Fury's boxing overtakes Wilder's punch? Like he's
yeah. Absolutely. And not only that, I think that Tyson Fury is boxing so well that he's able to, like you said about Devin Haney. Devin Haney gets flushed a lot. Tyson Fury, he gets hit flush too sometimes. I'm not saying he doesn't, right. but his boxing ability also stops him from getting hit if he even gets hit at all. But when he does get hit, I think some people take his movement helps him absorb some of those punches better instead of just taking them flush. You know what I'm saying? I think he's throwing his head movement.
But my only difference would say is that Deontay Wilder has proven it against everybody except Tyson Fury. Who is Ryan Garcia?
Well, no, he even proved it against him because he dropped him. He dropped Tyson Fury a whole bunch of times. He even proved it against Tyson Fury. Yeah, because he dropped Fury a couple times.
Exactly. He proved it against Tyson Fury as well.
It just couldn't finish. Right.
Come on, like that's it.
Right. Yeah, exactly. When you did that, I thought your shit froze. That's why I was looking. Nah, I agree. Yeah.
So
It make you short circuit.
But I would say this: if he had a blemish on his record ever come up, we would question every punch he's ever thrown. And that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing with Ryan Garcia right now. And the only thing like Ryan Garcia doesn't have is he has not fought big enough names for me to give him any fucking credit.
Yeah, but you don't have to. But that's the thing, though, Twan. I think that Dr. K. That's the thing, though. You don't have to fight, in my opinion, now. And now this is where we may differ here. I don't think you have to have fight big people to garner to demonstrate your power. Yeah, you don't. So I think fighting big people is what's gonna make you. You know, the more qualitative the person is, the more they're gonna have boxing skill. I don't think your power necessarily changes today. You might not be able to hit them as well. You might not be able to get off that punch. You may not be able to, you know what I'm saying? So you might not be able to attack as well. So I don't think you're, like, for example, Beterbiev has 100% knockout rate. I can't, as much as I watch boxing, I don't know everybody he knocked out, but I know he hits hard. You see what I'm saying? Ryan Garcia has a high kill rate. I'm about to tell you right now. Even this last fight, Oscar Duarte. Do I think Devin Haney can knock out Oscar Duarte? Hell no. Hell no.
Why?
Cause he ain't demonstrated. Who is he? He ain't not. He stopped a little bit. Not saying that you have to stop everybody all the time, but his track record doesn't demonstrate that.
So this would be my rebuttal to you. Floyd Mayweather's punching power over his career does not tell you that he will knock out Rick Gatton.
Yeah, but look the way he did it though. So that's what.
But no. That's with hindsight you can say that. But if I told you Floyd Mayweather knocked out Ricky Hatton, you'd be like, "What? Bitch, his punching power does not tell me that he can do that." Clearly,
no, right? well, no, because I do. So like even like Tyson Fury gets KOs, but he doesn't get KOs like he gets accumulation of punches. That's how I would think Wilder gets. So there's a difference between a KO. Like I know you know this. I'm just speaking for argument's sake. There's a difference between TKO and a KO. You know what I'm saying? Like stoppage is different than a.
We definitely know that.
Right.
What I'm also saying about Ryan Garcia is you can't tell me because you knocked out 60 dudes that you have punching power. Like I can put up 60 dudes that can't take punches. Like that's true. That's true. Your boxing prowess is better than them. That you're gonna knock those dudes out. That doesn't tell me that you have punching power. What?
Well, to me,
Tank Davis tells me you have punching power because you fight boxers and you catch them with punches that will put them down. Like the shit he hit with Leo Santa Cruz with. That is punching power because people will have to be able to take punches as well. You can't just say because you hit people in the face and they fall, you have punching power. I don't agree with that.
I think you can if they're boxers. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like me and you on the same boat with Ryan Garcia. Like I was hoping that none of this shit was true, but now that it is, no different than Margarito, bruh. I'm really resident. What's the word I'm looking for? I'm hesitant to say what your punching power is.
That's different, though. Because he had stuff in his glove. So right.
If you got that punching power, you don't do that. Same thing with Ryan Garcia.
No, I think that's different because.
Okay, tell me the biggest fight he fought outside of. So Ryan Garcia has fought, like you said, 60 no names. Let's hypothetically, if he fought 60 no names and Devin Haney fought 60 no names, then you got to go to numbers. Devin Haney doesn't even have a 50% knockout rate. Ryan Garcia has an 80% knockout rate. So at the same, so if you want to say Ryan Garcia knocking out nobodies, why isn't Devin Haney knocking out nobodies? They all fought nobodies. If you want to say nobodies, because I would say that Devin Haney is trying to fight real boxers and. Ryan Garcia is fighting anybody.
No. I think to be honest, I think outside of, I would say that I think Devin Haney has fought the better competition. Yes, but I don't think it's like Devin Haney has 32 fights. You know what I'm saying? I would say Devin Haney probably has 6 or 7 notable fights. So he should be knocking out. You know what I'm saying? So and then Ryan Garcia, I say Ryan Garcia has like 4 notable fights.
I would say Ryan Garcia hits harder than Devin Haney. Yes, true. If that's where we started, yes, I would say. But
But not even that. No, not even that, though.
He's a heavy hitter. But to say he's a heavy hitter for his weight class, that's different because now we're talking about pros. It's like saying how many,
no, he's
how many dudes have you run?
I didn't say.
How many dudes have you run deep routes on?
No, I didn't say Ryan Garcia is the heaviest hitter in the weight. I mean, I do think that he is. I didn't say that. What I said was Ryan Garcia is unequivocally the heaviest hitter that Devin Haney fought. I stand by that 1,000%.
Okay, I'll agree with that.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I do think, but to be devil, I didn't say that, but I do think that Ryan Garcia is the if you ask me, I would say Teofimo because I think Teofimo is more accurate, and so I would say Teofimo probably hits harder, huh?
At 140.
Yeah, at 140. I mean, no, sorry, I take that back. Sorry, Subaru Matias. I forgot about Subaru Matias. I'm sorry, my fault. I think if we talk about one punch power, I would say out of the champions of the contenders, not everybody, of course. I would say like if let's just say I'm gonna just give you a group. So let's just say Isaac Cruz, Subriel, Teofimo, Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney. Let's just say those 5. I would say if you ask me one punch knockout power, I would say Teofimo, Subriel. I'm not sure. I would probably lean towards Teofimo because his athleticism and explosiveness. Then I'd probably say Subriel. If we had Ryan Garcia, I'm not sure. Like I those 3, I don't know. I don't know who hits harder. I don't know. That's tough. But everybody else is after them. I would say.
You know that.
Say it one more time.
You know what? The bad thing for me is I'm Teofimo is cool. I'm not a Teofimo fan. I don't really like the way he fight, but
right. I can see that.
I think Tank hit harder than everybody just named.
No, he's not 140 though. He's not. I agree with that. But Tank 135.
But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. If we say 130, I would say Tank. If we put 135 and 140,
but he's a low. You said it like he's a high. He's a low weight class.
Hey, that boy beast. That's the reason why they ain't fighting him. But you know what I'm talking about? Hey, I personally believe. I'm gonna be honest with you. I personally believe that there's a reason why those other ones are at 140. I think Tank is the reason. I'm gonna be honest. You know, now. Huh?
You're probably 100% right. I think he is harder than all of those.
Yeah, I think he is harder than all of them. Yeah. Standing on, let me read this. Devin won that Isaac Cruz fight, but he's going to say he tested positive for. That's crazy. Shadow, what's good? Shadow in the building. Bentley in the building. Fellas, what's good? Happy Memorial Day. Happy Memorial Day. True freedom is waking up. Know we can live our life without worrying about being bombed like that. Yeah, amen, bro. Amen, bro. Shout out to everybody going through turmoil, especially in Haiti too, man. Haiti going crazy right now, so big support. Ukraine, Haiti. A lot of places, man. You know, Palestine always, and you know, Israel and all that stuff. But
around the world, all the soldiers around the world that's trying to, you know what I'm saying, support their own freedom, wherever they come from. You know what I'm saying? They support good. Win, lose, or draw. They're just trying to have good in their heart. You know what I'm saying? I don't know who to side with on a lot of these issues, but if you got good in your heart, man, I can't blame you for anything that you do. So just everybody who got good in their heart, you know what I'm saying, got a higher power within them. I'm blessing them all on Memorial Day, especially our soldiers from the U.S. Amen. I love them the most, you know what I'm saying, for taking care of us and making sure I got, you know what I'm saying, the best life I can possibly live.
Right.
So I appreciate all.
Nah, amen, though, for real, though. And I think that, but back to the Ryan Garcia stuff, and you asked me something about Tank I wanted to touch on. You said that you thought Tank could, so I do believe in durability too. So that's what I wanted to tell you. I think it's a perfect storm for Ryan Garcia. It's not just that Ryan Garcia is strong, but it's also that Devin Haney.
My mic going there. Hold on, let me go grab the charger. All right. So the people didn't go no more. Hold on, I'm on 1%.
You good? You want me to take you off this camera?
No, you good.
Okay, so what I was saying, so if you can still hear me, I was saying that Devin Haney is not only that Ryan Garcia is strong, but also I think Devin Haney has a chin as well. You know, and does not. And I think Tank does. I think Tank can take a punch. We've seen Tank get touched before. You know what I'm saying? So I do think that yeah, man. I do think that punching power is, I don't think punching power is everything though. You know, it's like Yuriorkis Gamboa. He had punching power. He didn't suddenly get weak when he fought Terrence Crawford, but Terrence Crawford took that away from him. You know what I'm saying? Terrence Crawford didn't get hit. Terrence Crawford attacked him first. It could be all types of things, you know. So yeah, I do think that in my opinion, I definitely think that but that doesn't mean that Devin Haney can't be the best. So I agree with you. I was like, man, that's a good take. I'm not knocking you, somebody who thinks that Devin Haney's number one at 140 still. I personally have Teofimo though, because I don't see, I'm gonna be honest, it could happen to any of them, but I don't think any of them that happens. Like I said, I think that's why Ryan Garcia did boxing such an injustice, and of course put Devin Haney at danger, number one, most importantly. But now we got to question everything. We don't know how long he's been doing it. We don't know how long he's been unintentionally doing it, if he's doing it. So the onus is on him and his team to prove his innocence. So we'll see, man.
Yep.
Yeah, so we'll see. And then
I think you ain't gonna call yet, but you just kind of walked into my point.
What's that?
About who you can fight and how that nullifies your quote unquote power. Like,
say that one more time. Well, yeah, who you fight? Right. Yeah. You can take somebody's best tool away. Yeah, like look at Joseph Parker, Deontay Wilder.
You know what I'm saying? To say people have power, that also matters who they fight. Like you can't because it's certain dudes in the street who can knock out every dude they punch. It's certain dudes who can't. Yeah, we can separate power like that. When we get to pros, your power also depends on what you can do against the strongest. Like, okay, I would say that. Would you say Sugar Shane has more power than Pacquiao?
Sugar Shane Mosley has more power than Pacquiao. I think I would think Sugar Shane's stronger. Yes, but I would think that. I would think if I could get hit by one person, I would rather get hit by Pacquiao than Sugar Shane. But I think Pacquiao is more precise with his punches. I think that means something too. So with Ryan Garcia, like I said, I don't think Ryan Garcia is precise. But if he hits you, with Devin Haney was getting hit, then he's gonna be in trouble. So I don't think like Joseph Parker. There's no doubt in my mind that Deontay Wilder could have knocked out Joseph Parker. He just never hit him. If you watch that fight, he never hit him with the right hand. Yeah, that don't mean that everybody's going to get dropped once. But you go back to Joseph Parker's fight. How did he lose to Zhang? I mean, not lose. He beat Zhang, but he got dropped twice. With one punch. And then Joseph Parker he lost by KO to Joe Joyce. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like I have no doubt in my mind if Deontay Wilder could have hit him even just one time. I feel like he would have went to sleep, but. It is what it is. Shout out to Joseph Parker. Not to take anything from Joseph Parker, but I do think that was more so a demonstration of Wilder not being himself, as opposed to.
Nothing to get away from the winners, but like I said, once again, we gonna continue to reiterate. Say everybody on the clip. This entire conversation is an indictment against Ryan Garcia with that bullshit.
Right.
No matter what, because we wouldn't be having this conversation if that was the case.
Yeah.
So like everything that I thought about him. So now me and you are debating the thoughts that we both had about him, because you know what I'm saying, that extra benefit. Like I said, if you could hit Devin Haney with that same punch, if it doesn't hit as hard, does he bust your ass?
And I've said that too.
Everything in question, that's my point. Like I've seen him get hit with those punches. I told you that before the fight. Remember, I was like, Devin Haney get hit too clean sometimes. But maybe because he knows that people at 140 pounds can't hit him hard enough to knock him down.
I don't think so. I don't think that one, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I disagree with that.
You were just arguing earlier about people being able to take punches. Like, there's a certain part of your defense where if I get exposed to a certain... That's like...
I'm talking about Isak Cruz. Yeah, I know. I said Isak Cruz could take punches, yeah.
A cornerback jamming, you know what I'm saying, the receiver.
Right.
Why can't you do that? Because I know I'm fast as fuck. Like, it don't matter if you beat me off the line. So you can hit me in my face, it does not mean you're gonna knock me down. Now you done fucking took some shit that make me feel like, damn, this man, his game plan may have been to take your left hand. You know what I'm saying? Like, that could be a part of a game plan. Like, because I know that you're gonna expose yourself with this left hand to allow me to do some things that if I can take it, I can tear your ass up. But
well, I mean, so you could say whatever. You could say whatever in the pre-fight, But Devin Haney said, "I'm not gonna get hit by your left hand. That's the only thing you have." That don't mean that he's not saying that. That don't mean he can't be playing mind games, because Jermaine Ortiz said that, hey, I'm gonna fight you. I'm gonna fight you, Teofimo. I'm gonna meet you in the middle of the ring. And then what did he do? He came out and outran him the whole time. So you could try to play mind games, but I don't think Devin Haney. I'm gonna be honest. From watching Devin Haney's fights and like when he gets stunned by Jorge or wobbled by Jorge Linares, stunned by Lomachenko. Even when you go listen to his corner, I don't think even what he says, like, man, this not work. I'm not able to take away. I think that was against Lomachenko. He said, man, I'm not able to take away his left hand or something like that.
It's against Lomachenko. He said, you don't know where the punch is coming from.
Right. So I don't think that Devin Haney's game plan is to ever get hit. And then even if you go back and watch his sparring, when he got hurt in Tank, I can't say that he ever I don't think his game plan is to ever get hit. Like some people are more willing to trade. That's why I do agree with that. I don't think Devin Haney's a fan of the trades.
Okay. So you would you would say Ryan Garcia is a heavy hitter.
Yeah.
I would say Marcos Maidana is a heavy hitter.
I agree.
That's a heavy puncher. You know what I'm saying? Like
I agree with that.
He hits.
You said Marcos Maidana?
Best defender. Yeah, Maidana.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah,
he
I agree.
hits best defenders hard as shit. No matter.
Right.
Like, he plays all of them.
Right. So I would say, in my opinion, I would think, I'm not going to say, because it's hard to measure that, like who's stronger between those two, but I would say that Brian Garcia is a hitter like Marcos Maidana for his respective weight class. I don't think that...
But that's the same weight class. Oh, I mean...
No. Maidana 147.
Because they 147.
Yeah.
Right.
So and remember Ryan Garcia fought Tank at 135. Well, technically 136 catch weight. But so I think that Ryan Garcia is a devastating. I think that's all he has. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that's all he has. Like, to be disrespectful. I'm so pissed off about the fact that I'm even having this conversation because that's what I thought he had. Right.
Now this just brings everything.
Right. So with the Austria, exactly. Yeah. So.
But if I sit back and I look at his, record criteria, like who have you fought, who have you really put down, it puts everything in a question. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, I agree with that. There's nothing we can say for sure. Now, Illuminati in the building.
Because he got up from all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, this shit was like harder than I thought it was going to be. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and that's why.
Like, what was that?
And that's why I show love to Devin Haney too. I respect him because he got up every time. You know what I'm saying? I respect him every time.
Like, God damn.
Yeah, I respect him for getting up every time. You know what I'm saying? That's a kudos to Devin Haney for that. But it's just like I said, Ryan Garcia, he really tarnished that stuff, man. Talk about stuff I don't really want to talk about in regards to his victory. Like, I thought it was a great victory for boxing, not just him, but for boxing. Whether you like Devin Haney or not, just to mix it up. You know what I'm saying? Mix up the hierarchy. You know what I'm saying? And shuffle it up. But yeah, definitely. Yeah. I think it should be a no contest. I'm not mad at you for thinking it should be a win. I think it should be a no contest. And I think that, and that's another point that I was talking about with people too. A lot of people are mad at Devin Haney that he don't want the rematch. And I said, I'm not mad at him for not wanting the rematch. I wish he would though, because I loved, Miguel Cotto made me forget about his first loss to Margarito. You know what I'm saying? He's like, hey man, I run that back, because I ain't supposed to go out like that. And I love that from Cotto, but I don't expect Devin Haney to. I watched Devin Haney enough to where I would never thought that Devin Haney would want the rematch. You know what I'm saying? I never thought that Devin Haney would want the rematch at all. So that lines up. So I'm not surprised. That lines up from my thought of him. But I don't knock him. I don't knock him for it though.
No, I do. I'm sorry. I ain't got no credentials in boxing. I knock his ass. You goddamn right.
So you think he should get the win and he should get the rematch?
Nah, he got to run it back, bro. You owe me one. I'm finna bust that ass. You
talking about Devin? Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I agree. But I don't see.
Shit. Oh, he cheated. I'm not finna get. Listen, man, you owe me an ass whooping. I'm finna beat your ass in front of all these people, just like Cotto. You goddamn right. That Cotto did what he's supposed to do. You owe me one, bro. This still the fight game.
I agree.
You ain't gonna cheat me, dog. You got to run me it back.
That's the thing, though. That's why I don't really care for it because, like I said, I anticipated him not wanting to rematch.
That's what I'm saying. I'm back home.
That's why I don't really. I feel I was like, man, he not gonna want it.
You know that.
Yeah. But then again, like I said, but in Haney's defense too, like I said, I know I sound like I'm straddling the fence or whatever. Pause. But I'm just saying, like, I could understand Devin Haney too, because it's like he might cheat again. You know what I'm saying? It's like he messed up the integrity and just, but I think you should just make more stringent protocols and stuff like that and get it back. But if you don't, I'm not gonna knock him for it, but I do disapprove. Yeah, I wish he wouldn't get it back.
The fight was a fucking split decision. Am I wrong? Or was it
majority. You close majority
decision, which means a judge had it in your favor. Let's first of all, let's not act like it was a beatdown. You got hit probably with 3, maybe to 4 punches in the entire fight that allowed him to show that strength, because you fought a good fight other than that.
Right. Well, I will say this too, though. You gotta remember too.
Because I'm saying, because he hit you a couple times that dazed you, and then he had you walking around the ring. But it's 3 or 4 punches. If you don't get hit with those, they don't haze you. But other than that, listen, man, we going through all the most stringent protocols. So you owe me an ass whooping. I'm finna beat your ass.
Well, you got to remember too though, with the majority decision, Ryan Garcia. I don't remember the scores right now off the top of my head, so I don't want to say the wrong thing. But Ryan Garcia was deducted a point, and I want to say that majority, that one card would have been a draw, and he would have, without that point deduction, I feel like it would have been a draw, huh?
It would have been a draw.
No. It would still have been. I'm saying that one scorecard that had it for Haney, that would have been a draw, and then I think it would have been 2 cards in Haney's in Ryan Garcia's favor. I have to go back and look though. Don't quote me. My boy Illuminati said that he said, I get what you said. Yeah, I think it should be a DQ. I think it should be a DQ and no contest. Now Dev should get the dub. Yeah, my boy Doc TC, he said Dev should get the dub too. It was 114-113. Yeah, so thank you. Yeah, so the one card that had it in Dev's favor was 114-113. So if you take away that point that was deducted, it would have been a draw on his card. Then you know what I'm saying. Then Ryan Garcia would have won more definitively, is what I'm saying. So, but it was still close. So it's still close enough to where it was a majority decision. Yeah, one judge had Haney right. Okay, I just didn't want to talk about my ass.
But see, that's the hard. That's the hard part now is the conversation. You know, I'm finna go ahead and jump off in a minute. But the conversation you having now is like, oh, if we would have took away the DQ that Ryan Garcia, everything this motherfucker in this whole fight is a DQ. Like he was cheating the whole time. Shit. Like, of course he got DQ. Of course, in one of the rounds he lost an extra point. Like he was just cheating the whole fucking time. He fucked everybody up.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's the way you now look at the fight. And you know, I was like, boy, I was so happy somebody came out there and tried to punish Devin Haney ass because I feel like he gets allowed too often to relax. Like the fight before, I can't remember exactly who fought, but
who you talking about?
He barely won that fight, Devin Haney. The fight before Ryan Garcia, he barely won that fight because he's just a boxer. I don't know where the fighting at.
You talking about Lomachenko? You talking about, if you say before he fought Ryan Garcia with Lomachenko?
Okay.
And I actually had Lomachenko winning.
Thank you. So I said
yeah, I had Lomachenko. But I wasn't mad because I thought it was a close fight that could have went either way. So I'm not one of those that thought it was a robbery. I actually sorry. I said that. Sorry, he fought Regis Prograis. Sorry. He whooped Regis Prograis. The close fight before that was Lomachenko. It was Lomachenko, then Regis Prograis. Sorry. Yeah, my fault. I said that wrong.
You knew who I was talking about when I said it.
Yeah. I knew you were talking about Lomachenko though. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm gonna give him all the love now. Fuck that. He got up from maybe one of them punches. And he you know what I'm saying? He fought back, and now I tell buddy, bro, you gotta come see me.
Yeah, 7-Eleven in the chat. What up?
You got to come see me.
7-Eleven agree with you though. He said he agreed with you. He said that he thinks that he should get the win too. I think he should get his O back, but I don't think he should get a win. I don't think he should get.
I think he should get a W.
But I think he should get his O back. But I'm not mad at people who think he should get the W because Devin Haney, they're trying to get the W. They're motioning to get the W. So I'm not mad at that. I mean, I'm not mad at people thinking that. I just disagree.
I feel you.
Yeah, I'm not mad at people thinking that though, because like you say, he cheated. There's no telling. Like you said, he turned his boxing, and then the biggest thing, like I said, even with the O's and the record, of course, that's the only thing you can get back though. You can't get back like that. Could really put a hurting on somebody, not only just from the physically, but mentally too. Like you know what I'm saying, that can mess you up, bro.
The reason I said W is because he made it through the fight and he won in one of the judges' mind, which means that I beat you while you was cheating, according to somebody. So I should get a W. Like, it shouldn't even be know what I'm saying? It's not even really a argument. It ain't like he put me down, know what I'm saying? Well, I quit.
Yeah. Okay, I'm about to say, he put him down.
You put me against all the odds, and I still, you know what I'm saying, fought with you. Yeah. I'm going to fight. You dead, but you got to come get me now. I'll beat your ass another time, just so I get another one.
Yeah.
In front of all the people.
Yeah, because that's what Bill Haney wants. Bill Haney wants a W, and he wants Ryan Garcia banned for life, and I'm not mad at that. I think that's what he should want. I don't think that it should happen. I don't think he should get banned for life. I don't think he should get the W, but I do think he should get the no contest. I think he should get banned for a minimum of 3 years. But I don't think that's gonna happen either. I think he's only gonna get like 6 months or a year. I think they're gonna say that it was unintentional. That's what I fully believe. Somebody asked me right now, put money on it. I think he's gonna come back that it was unintentional use. You know what I'm saying? Whether it was contaminated or whatever. But that sucks though.
Yeah, I'm not doing the. It's kind of bad. It's kind of bad to be on the record saying it, but I'm not. This is one of the one sport where I'm not into the cheating at all, dog.
No, you shouldn't. Hell no.
Like I don't think there's something to play with. You know what I'm saying? Like this ain't baseball and football. Man, turn the light back on. What you doing, nigga? I don't think this one to play. This ain't one to play with. I don't think cheaters should be allowed to play.
Yeah, I agree. I think it should be. I think they should enforce it way more heavily. The penalty should be way more serious and severe. I agree.
Yeah, I know you saying heavy like 3 years, but as much as I like Ryan Garcia, bro.
If he got banned for life, I wouldn't be mad. I'd say I disagree. I wouldn't be mad though.
Exactly.
Yeah, hell no, I wouldn't be mad.
I can't disagree with that, bro. I think he should be banned for life when it's a fight game, but this is not shit to be played.
I'm gonna tell you why. So I'm gonna tell you why. So when I say that I don't think he should be banned for life, it's not because I don't think they don't have probable cause. I'm saying that because it hasn't been dealt with like that before. There's no precedent.
Yeah, it's a precedent. Yeah, it's not a precedent.
Right. They're not precedent. So that's why I say I disagree. I'm not saying that if they came back and said Ryan Garcia banned for life, I wouldn't get mad. Hell no. I'm cool with it.
This ain't be played with, bro. Come on, dog. You gonna fight me in the street, bro? You know what I'm saying? You gonna mash your hands up, or you gonna take some shit before we go fight?
Yeah.
Like if you gonna fight in the street, you fight in the street. Like why you gotta put? You know what I'm saying? Why you gotta put coins in your socks and shit? You know what I'm saying? Try to hit me with them. God damn, dog. It's just a fight, and that's what it should stay at. So I wouldn't be mad if he banned for life, but I know I wouldn't go against the precedent of 3 years, but. Yeah, but this ain't gonna be.
To be fair, there's no precedent. I don't think anybody been banned for 3 years either. I mean, I just know the last person that used the exact same substance, Ostarine, was Amir Khan that I know of off the top of my head, and he got 2 years. But guess what? He got 2 years though. Conveniently, what did he do when he got the 2 years, dog? What do you think he did? Hey, what's up, Deucey Juice? What's good, man? Deuce Juice. That's my godson, y'all. See that the big man right there, man. That's my godson, y'all. Y'all say what's up to my godson, man. Stop playing. What's up, Deuce Juice? Mm-hmm. Big bod man right there, man. That's a big bod man right there. But you're good. You're a good youngin, though. You're a good one. But I was gonna say that Amir Khan got 2 years. But what happened after Amir Khan got the 2 years? He retired conveniently, so he really never got that. And that's what I'm saying. So and because Ryan Garcia, it's boxing, y'all. You know that. And he's a cash cow. He's not gonna get more than, bro. If he gets more than a year, I'll be shocked. I ain't gonna lie to you.
You might be right. I don't disagree with that, but I wouldn't be surprised. Like you said, I wouldn't be surprised if he got life. Like I think that's where it should be. That's how you deter people from doing it. But
yep,
it is what it is. Love boxing, but yeah, man, love the community, love everybody. You know, I gotta go. I'm finna go hang out with Legit, man. I just
all right, man.
Over the dog. I'm still finna be on the live.
All right, bet. Appreciate you coming through, man.
So you know,
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Y'all support the boy all the time.
Hey, appreciate it, bro.
Yes, sir. Love you, bro.
Yes, sir. Love you too, bro. That's my boy right there, man. That is one of my closest friends, man. We went through college together, man. Both of us got our PhDs in engineering, man. We met each other in the dorms and came up just like that, man. And his son is my godson, man. That was nothing but a pleasure. I was there when he was born, too, so that was nothing but a pleasure. For him to allow me, honor me with his son being my godson, man. That meant the most to me, man. So shout out to that dude right there, man. That's my guy. But yeah, man. So Kendrick said he's just tapping in what happened to Mike. Oh, Mike Tyson got he had an ulcer flare up at the airport in Florida. You know, hey man, don't come to Florida, man. Hey, Florida got him, man. You get put up on at the airport with something. You know what I'm talking about? If it's a crackhead on bath salts. You know what I'm saying? On that Molly water. You know what I'm talking about? Tornadoes hit your ass, hurricanes. You catch an ulcer flare up in the airport. Man, Florida, I don't know. I got to get up out of here, y'all. It's amazing that I made it, bro. God is good. Solid friend, facts, Illuminati, facts. I appreciate y'all tapping in. But yeah, he's okay. You know, and you know what? You might know more about this than me, Kendrick. But when they said an ulcer flare up per the report, when they say ulcer, I automatically think of stomach ulcer. I'm not sure. That's the only one I'm familiar with. I'm not sure if other parts of your body or intestines or, you know what I'm saying, other body parts get ulcers. I'm not sure. But I thought stomach ulcer. And I know that the flight was delayed. The flight wasn't delayed because of Mike Tyson's emergency. the medical emergency. It was delayed already, and then it was like a 2 or 3 hour delay, and then once the delay happened, Mike Tyson had the ulcer flare up. And you know, a common catalyst for an ulcer flare up is being hungry. So it could have been something as simple as him being hungry, and then, you know, his ulcer flare up was a cause of that. Was a result of that. So it could have been anything, you know. But Kendrick, that's what I said. I said, yeah, he might be okay, and that's the bigger issue. Thank God for that he's okay. But he's about to have a fight, and he's 30 years the senior of the person he's fighting. So I don't care how you want to cut, how you want to cut this, chop it up, serve it. You know what I'm saying? It's not a good sign, man. And it's a professional fight, not even exhibition. Florida airport's wild, and Jim Jones got jumped. That was in Florida where Jim Jones got jumped. I seen it. Jim Jones was on the escalator. They had Jim Jones like this. Nah, Jim Jones. Get him up. Let him get up. Let him get up. Let him get up. Fight back, nigga. Fight back. Yeah, I know. A ruptured ulcer is very dangerous. A ruptured ulcer. He said Dan Ryan just texted Jake Paul. He said he would fight him if Mike Tyson could. That's crazy. You need to. That's the thing. That's the thing that pissed me off about Ryan Garcia. He's talking too much for somebody that has allegations for cheating right now. And somebody said something important. He said, "Now I don't think he should ban for life. Now if he cheated a second time, I agree. Okay, Illumina, I'm with you on that. He should have been banned for like Margarita or Facts." Somebody said something I agree with wholeheartedly, bruh. I don't remember who it was, but my boy was talking. I didn't want to interrupt. He said, I've never seen a box. Yeah, 7-Eleven. So I've never seen a boxer that got cheated and everyone blamed the other guy. Never mind. Exactly. That's the problem that I have with people and fanatics, man. But you know, there's a lot of people like us, though. So we can't get blinded. Sometimes the most ignorant people are coincidentally the loudest. So there's a lot of dumbasses out there that blame Devin Haney. I don't like Devin. Y'all know I don't really care for Devin Haney. I wish I liked Devin Haney because I liked him at first. And then, like I said, I just pay attention to boxing so much. I feel like they do a lot of capping, faking, and flogging. But I don't like them in the realm of boxing. You know, some people take their dislike to other stratospheres or other places that don't need to go. I don't dislike Devin Haney to the point where I want him to lose just because, or I want him to lose because someone's cheating or to any way possible. No, if he loses, I want him to be because the guy in the ring was better than him. I'm not over there rooting for anybody to beat Devin Haney or Devin Haney lose by any means possible, or I hate Devin Haney, or no, bro. I like Bill. I think Bill Haney's funny. I will still watch Bill Haney. I would love to have Bill Haney on the show. Me have a question. So I don't dislike these people outside the scope of boxing. Like I don't like Devin Haney and because I feel like they be capping a lot. You know what I'm saying? I can give you instances where I think that they be capping. Like I feel like the other reasons why, you know, he'll say that they wanted to fight Shakur, but then they give Shakur a low ball offer. I see stuff like this, so I don't respect it. Then they say they want to fight Tank at 135, but they called out Tank before, and then when they got the belt, they should have fought Tank, and then but they went up immediately. There's nothing wrong with that, but to say that you want to do this, but then you do the action that is the exact opposite, I don't like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't respect that, but I don't hate them. You know what I'm saying? Part of it is that's part of the business as well. You know, to be fair, you're not going to be a boxer and come out and say, oh, I'm scared of this person, I don't want to fight them. So you're not going to say that either. But I do think kind of like Brian Norman Jr., right? He's been asked about Jerron Boots Ennis, and he just be like, yeah, I'll fight him later on. So you could be honest too and not be a pussy. Some people say, oh, he's punking out. I don't think he's punking out. He's 23 years old. He's just being honest. He's like, hey, I think me and Jerron Boots Ennis could be a mega fight later, and I'm not ready for that. But some people don't even want to. They have so much of an ego, they don't even want to say that. You know what I'm saying? Which is fine. But at say that if I notice it, that's going to be a reason why I don't like you. So that's why I don't really care for the Haneys. And another thing to reinforce that is that I feel like if that was me, God forbid I'm in a situation like that, but if that was me, if someone cheated on me, then I would want my get back. But I told y'all, I remember I told you, I said Devin Haney's not going to want to fight him again. Because I could tell that's just not the cloth that he's cut from. And like I said, and like my boy knocked him. My boy said, nah, he tripping. He need to get that back. I think he needs to get it back, but I'm not going to knock him because at the end of the day, I do understand, you know, and I sympathize with him saying, what if he cheats again? You know what I'm saying? So I don't blame him, but I wish he would act like Cotto, and Cotto got it back, so I respect Cotto. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't anticipate him to do that. I feel like I'm a good reader of people. Maybe because I grew up with my mama and the women's intuition, I got some of it. I don't know. But I feel like I'm a good reader of personalities and people rarely surprise me. I would have been surprised if Devin Haney would have wanted his get back. He just doesn't rub me off as rub me that way. And Bentley, you my guy, bro, but you're wilding. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, Bentley, you're my boy, but I saw you was tripping. Dev should get the dub. You said Dev is Puss in Boots, don't get back and soft. Like I said, I'm not gonna. I personally feel that way, but I try not to judge everybody off of how I was raised and things that I would do, because it's not always necessarily right either. You know what? Some what might be right for you may not be right for me. But I will say, I would want it. I would want to get the get back. And I would like for a fighter to want to get the get back, but I'm not gonna knock him because the dude did cheat, and it's not. So once again, I'll be penalizing Devin. You see what I'm saying? Like I'm trying my best not to penalize Devin for something he cannot control. People are mad at Devin because Ryan came out positive. People mad at Devin now because Devin don't want his get back. Devin did not ask to be in this situation. You know what I'm saying? Hey, sometimes shit happens, and you know you got to maneuver and adapt and adjust. But if I say that, I feel like that'll be me attacking Devin again, and I feel like that's not right. So that's why I'm not gonna knock him, me personally. I know it sounds like I be straddling the fence, but I just be trying to attack everything from all angles and see different perspectives. But Bentley, I disagree with you. I can't hold Devin Haney for Ryan Garcia. Ryan did get dropped, but you know what I'm saying. Like I said, even if Ryan Garcia would have dropped Devin Haney without it, I do think that he would have. But we never know. We'll never know now, because we know that when Ryan Garcia did drop him, he had some shit in the system. So I feel like I got to be fair, man. The competitor in me, what? Facts, streets, facts. I can understand why someone wouldn't want it, but I'm no. And that's the thing. I don't think you're wrong, but I do think that things could exist simultaneously. I don't think he necessarily has to be a pussy because he doesn't want to get back. But I do think that I do wish he would want to get back. You see what I'm saying? I just feel like I said, I know sometimes it sounds like I be straddling the fence. I don't be trying to straddle the fence. I'm just trying to be, you know, I don't think you're petty for saying that he should get the get back. Because I love Cotto for wanting to get the get back. You know what I'm saying? And Cotto got back and won. But yeah, I can't. I feel like that'll be me penalizing Devin Haney again. I can't do that, bro. Johnny Half in the building. What's good? That shit on your lip. Got some shit on his lip. Let's make sure you ain't talking about me. I know I got some. Hey, hold on now. This milkshake good now. That's how you feel about it? Okay, I'll just make sure I'll drink the milkshake. Hold on. Yeah, Garcia bad, but then when you say that you want to get the get back, it's like, I want to get the get back too, but I can't knock him because like you said, Doc, you said DC. Like you said, DC is like, you don't want to penalize Devin Haney. I feel like Devin Haney, like I said, it's a lose-lose for Devin Haney, man. Devin Haney is the victim. I told you, and I'm not saying that in no punk way, but Devin Haney's the victim no matter how you cut it. Even if he gets the win, which I don't think he should get the win, but even if he gets the win, he's still a victim. Because I will always remember that unless he gets the get back. But he don't want to get the get back. So it's like, you know, so it's like, you know, I don't know, man. I just think it's all bad for Devin Haney, and it's unfair. It's unfair for Devin Haney. But at the same time, too, one could argue if you read this program, that is karma. Because I will say that also Devin Haney does weight bully. He just does it in a professional, legal manner. You know, he'll go on the scale and he'll blow up. You know, and Regis says, hey, man, it's a get back. You know, it's karma, but you don't want nobody to cheat either. You know, and shout out to Regis. I don't think Regis program said he wanted to cheat. So, you know, it is what it is, man. It's boxing. He got paid, you know, but I feel like that does. It's just crazy to me because I can't remember. And like 7-Eleven said, and I agree with wholeheartedly, I can't remember somebody being so hard on the person who got cheated. Like, that's why I tell people, this is not a case of did Ryan cheat or not. He cheated. This is a case of did he cheat intentionally or was it unintentional? Did he know about it or was it unbeknownst to him? That's it. You could... Just because you didn't cheat on purpose don't mean you ain't cheat. If I hit somebody, God forbid, if I run somebody over with my car because I didn't see him, are they alive? Let me not say, let's not go to the extreme and say they did. If I run somebody over with my car and I didn't see him, meaning I didn't do it on purpose, did I suddenly not hit them? No, I still hit the bitch. I still hit him. I just didn't do it on purpose. So Devin Haney, is the person. Ryan Garcia is the car. That situation. Devin Haney was hit by the car. Now we just got to determine, did Ryan Garcia chase him down and hit him with the car? Or was he trying to make a quick U-turn and didn't see him and sideswiped him? Either way, a bitch got hit with a car. We just trying to figure out, did the car do it intentionally or not? That's what it is. It's no longer did he get hit by the car. No, we know somebody got hit by a car. We just don't know if it did it on purpose. We don't know if he was driving, hawking him down, or was Ryan Garcia ghost riding the whip. You know what I'm talking about? He could have been ghost riding the whip and accidentally hit Devin Haney. You know what I'm talking about? He was in the E40 video when he hit Devin Haney. But yeah, so. But we got on this topic trying to talk about Jack Catterall and who he beats at 140. Like I said, I think that Jack Catterall, I don't think he beats anybody, any champions at 140. Let me rephrase that. At 140, you know, we have Teofimo, Subriel Matias, Isaac Pitbull Cruz. Those are the champions. And Devin Haney. I think stylistically, Jack Catterall matches up the best against Teofimo, but I still think Teofimo beats him. I think Isaac beats him as well. I think Isaac beats him and like gets him out of there in like 8 or 9. I think Subriel stops him in 5 or 6. I just think stylistically, I think Teofimo is the easier person to take away his strengths. You know what I'm saying? He's the least, I don't want to say the least fundamentally. I think Teofimo has fundamentals. He just doesn't use them. He doesn't employ his fundamentals. So I think let me see how I can say this. I think he depends and relies on his natural ability more than the other fighters. I think Isaac Pitbull Cruz is going to hawk you down, and that's hard to stop unless you're a good boxer. You know, he just eventually wears you down. I think Subriel Matias comes at you pretty solidly. You know, he opens up a little wide sometimes, but, you know, he's a pretty solid fighter. I think Teofimo is going to jump in and out, take more risks. You know what I'm saying? Because he so heavily relies on his athleticism and his natural ability that I think it's easier to take away his strengths than it is to take away somebody who's fundamentally sound. And it's been proven that Teofimo's, you could take away his strengths. A lot of people say, "Oh, Teofimo's just inconsistent." No, he's not as consistent because his opponent is taking away his strengths. And I think that's what I think that's what Sandor Martin did, made it a close fight. I think that's what George Kambosos did, made it a good fight, and he won. And I think that's what Jermaine Ortiz obviously did, even though I didn't like that demonstration of a fight, you know. But yeah, so I think it can be done against him. I think it has been done against him, and I think that Jack Catterall and Eddie Hearn and them recognize that they could probably do it against him as well. However, I also think that Teofimo will still beat him. So yeah, I don't know who Jack, but I do definitely think he deserves a chance. Now, when we talk about Jack Catterall, we talked about his options. I wanted to talk about Josh Taylor, you know, who lost to Jack Catterall, right? I want to talk about Josh Taylor's options, man. I don't know. Once again, I don't know who Josh Taylor, because I know they're saying rumors about Josh Taylor potentially moving up to 147. I don't know who. Let's say he doesn't. Even if he does move to 147, who does he beat at 147? What are his options? Who does he beat at 140? I don't know, man. I feel like we might have saw Josh Taylor at his best. I feel like Josh Taylor's best option is to hope that Jack Catterall wants a trilogy. You know, I think that Jack Catterall has some things he could still go accomplish. But I think the best, I'm not going to lie, I think the high end for Josh Taylor right now is a trilogy with Jack Catterall, man. I don't think he gets any better for that. I don't think that, obviously, he doesn't beat Teofimo. You don't know what Teofimo did to him. I don't think he beats Subriel Matias. I think he gets knocked out bad by Subriel Matias. I think Isaac Pitbull Cruz runs through him. I guess maybe Devin Haney, like I said, but we want to see what happens at the end of this Devin Haney stuff with Ryan Garcia. But I think Josh Taylor, matchup-wise, stylistically, probably matches up better with Devin Haney, but I think Devin Haney beats him still. Yeah, I think Jack is on the decline. I mean, Josh is on the decline as well. I mean, I think he already was on the decline. Think about it. Can't do that. That's 2 L's, right? That's 2 L's in a row, right? If I'm not mistaken, because his last fight before that was Teofimo, right? I don't think he fought since Teofimo. Am I tripping? Let me see. I don't think he fought since Teofimo. I think it's, yeah, I think after he. Oh no, no, sorry. Yeah, Jack Catterall. His last fight was Jack Catterall. So I think he fought Jack Catterall back to back. But some people say that Jack Catterall beat him. So if you really look at it like that, you can say he lost 3 in a row. Let me look and make sure though. Josh Taylor lost. Yeah, so he fought Jack Catterall and he beat Jack Catterall. Then he lost to Teofimo and then he lost to Jack Catterall. And you could almost argue that he lost to Jack Catterall the first time. So if you want to say that, he could easily have 3 L's. No W. So Boston's up by 1 point. They're looking to eliminate Indiana tonight. Right, 3LW, bro. So I just don't know where Josh Taylor goes from here. I think his best bet is a Jack Catterall rematch for a trilogy. If not, then he got to prove himself and be back on the up and up. I don't even know. Like, I'm trying to think. Like, even the contenders. Like, does he beat? I don't know, man. Who else is that one for? Sandor Martin? I don't think he beat Sandor Martin. I don't think. Raymond Muratalla, that guy, Muratala's at 135 though, right? Yeah, Muratala's at 135. Williams and Pater's at 135. There's somebody else I'm missing at 140. Yeah, he could try to fight Ishmael Barroso, the old man. Man, the Mavs about to sweep, bro. It's crazy that both conference finals might get swept. Both conference finals might get swept, bro. That's crazy, bro. That's insane. That's actually insane, bro. So one of my topics was actually who does Devin Haney beat at 140? Who do y'all think Devin Haney beats at 140? And should he want the rematch? But we already talked about that. Yeah, I saw Bill Haney on Cam and Mace. Yep. Shout out to Bill Haney, man. You know, like I said, I'm not the biggest Haney fan, but I do like Bill Haney, and I agree with a lot of stuff he said. You know, like he wants a lifetime ban for Ryan Garcia. I don't think he should get the lifetime ban, and he wants a W for Devin Haney. I don't think he should get the W either. But I'm not mad at that thought process. I feel like he should feel like that. You know, he's the one that got cheated. He should feel like that. You know. And like he said, they don't want to run it back with a dude that cheated. Yeah, if someone cheated you, why would you run it back again? But I personally would want to get back, and I would want him to get back. But I could understand if he doesn't want it either. I'm not going to say that he's wrong. But I think he should have won it. But I would say this, especially if they say that it was unintentional cheating, he should definitely want to get back. Yeah, I saw he said he did fight his normal fight because he thought that, you know, he said he was going to meet him in the middle of the ring and stuff like that. Yeah, I saw. Which we knew. We could see that, though. We saw that, though. He was trying to man up on Ryan. And that goes back to what DC was saying, Dr. K-Part. He was saying that, you know, maybe he felt like he could take the punch. I disagree with that, but maybe that is what he felt. He's like, hey, man. I just thought, watching the fight, I thought that Devin Haney thought that Ryan Garcia would fold under the pressure because he didn't even want to fight in the first place. So I thought that Devin Haney was going to try to pressure him, overwhelm him. Not necessarily, I didn't think he was going to try to get him out of there. I just thought he was going to try to overwhelm him and get him out of there by way of a stoppage and basically have Ryan Garcia quit. Remember, he was like, Ryan Garcia, you quit before. So that's in you to quit. You're going to quit. So I just thought that Devin Haney and his team went at it from the angle of, oh, Ryan Garcia doesn't even really want to fight us. Because you remember, Ryan Garcia was trying to fight Rolly Romero. And then he said Devin Haney. And then he wanted to go back to Rolly Romero. So, you know what I'm saying? So, Ryan Garcia just, I thought from a mind game standpoint, he got the upper hand. But, you know, all that goes out the window. I don't, you know, that cheating shit, I don't care about none of that stuff, man. You cheated. And to me, that makes me feel even worse about it because now I feel like you was acting all crazy and erratic because you knew you had something else up your sleeve. And in your sleeve. You know what I'm talking about? Something up your sleeve and in your sleeve, in your arm. Exactly. But see, I thought he was kind of capping with the please the fans thing. I don't think it was necessarily trying to please the fans, Kendrick. I ain't gonna lie. I disagree with that. I mean, I think that sounds good now, but I think it was more so. I mean, if anybody knows, it's Devin Haney and Bill Haney and his Devin Haney and his father, right? So that's what they say. They're trying to please fans. No, I think that they were just trying to prove a point because they felt like Ryan Garcia. I feel like he really thought that Ryan Garcia didn't belong in the same ring as him. So I feel like he thought that it was that Ryan Garcia didn't belong there, and that he was just gonna easily walk through Ryan Garcia and outclass him. That's what I thought he thought. Which is another reason why he didn't care about the weight, which is why he didn't care about nothing. He's like, whatever, okay, bet. I'm going to just tax you, and then I'm going to just beat you anyway. I'm not sure he tried to please the fans. I don't really think he's into pleasing the fans. I don't sense that from Devin Haney, to be honest. So I did think that part was a cap, but I don't know. But you're right, though. You always fight your style. I think so, because everyone says he's born like Shakur and he's trying to be more of a draw like Tank. Yeah. But the reason why my rebuttal to that, Kendrick, is that they've been saying that. You know what I'm saying? So if you was going to try to go crazy, why not do that against Lomachenko? Why not do that against Kitten Bosas? Why not do that against Linares? You know what I'm saying? Why not try to please the fans then? Why would you try to please the fans now? I mean, I guess, yeah. I don't mean that your philosophy can't change in a bigger fight. You know, it's a bigger fight. I don't know if it's a bigger fight than the undisputed titles, but it's a bigger fight as far as, you know, Ryan Garcia being popular and stuff like that. So, yeah, I mean. If anything, I would agree that because Tank stopped him, he was trying to stop him. Maybe. But I don't think he was just trying to please the fans. I don't buy that. But I will say because Tank stopped him, he tried to one-up Tank. However, even it's hard to say that, too, because you know what I'm saying? Didn't he fought Yuriokas Gamboa as well? Did Devin Haney stop Gamboa? I don't remember. He fought Gamboa after Tank. I don't remember if he stopped Gamboa though. I don't quite remember. I don't even think Devin Haney stopped Gamboa, to be honest. And shout out to Gamboa. No disrespect to Gamboa. But I don't think he stopped. Let's see. And he fought Gamboa after Terrence Crawford, obviously, and Tank. So let's see. Yeah, he didn't even stop Gamboa. So yeah, I don't buy that at all, bro. I know Tank stopped Gamboa. Yeah, I don't buy that one, man. Yeah, I don't buy that Devin Haney was trying to please the fans. I don't buy that. I don't think he ever does. And I don't think he should either. I just think that I think it was just more so his pride. And he was just trying to prove something to Ryan Garcia, like, hey, bro, you trash. But yeah, I do hope that he gets a no contest. And you know, yeah. But Mike Tyson is straight though, man. Somebody asked about Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson is good. He had an ulcer flare up at the airport in Florida, and they said he's good now. But that's troubling to hear, you know. That's troubling to hear. And then before I go and watch the rest of this game, I did want to talk about the 5v5, man. Remember we have the 5v5 this weekend. You know, the real 5v5, you know, there's another 5v5 in you know, rumors. There's some 5v5 rumors, right? About USA and America. Let's talk about the 5v5 of Queensberry Matchroom, the England affair, Eddie Hearn versus Frank Warren. You know, I think that's going to be good. And that's this Saturday, excuse me. And, you know, of course, we have Zhang versus Wilder. And I got Zhang in that one. That's the Queensberry side, so I got them winning that. Raymond Ford versus Nick Ball. I got Ray Ford, so that's the Matchroom side. Philip Hergovich versus Daniel Dubois. I got Philip Hergovich. That's the Matchroom side again. Hamza Shiraz versus Austin Emma Williams. I don't know who's going to win that one. Hamza Shiraz is the captain for Queensberry. I think that's going to be the best fight. I'm not going to lie. I think that's going to be the best fight out of all of them from a competitive standpoint. I'll be rooting for Austin Emma Williams, but I'm kind of leaning towards Hamza Shiraz. But I don't know. And then the last one is Craig Spider Richardson versus Willie Hutchinson. I don't know Willie Hutchinson at all. And the only time I seen Craig Richards fight Craig Spider Richards was his losses against Bivol and Joshua Buatsi. So to be his most notable fights are his two losses. So I don't really know about that one. I think he was looking to to the future fights and sell these tickets. Cambosa sold his fights because they were in Australia. Facts. And Loma fight sold itself off old hype. True. Ryan sold this fight. Yeah. I think Devin Haney did a good job though too. You know, I think he tried just to sell it. You know what I'm saying? But you're right. Ryan Garcia is definitely the you know, Devin Haney hasn't really been the biggest draw yet. You know, but like I said I still don't buy it. But yeah, I mean, yeah, you have a point. Maybe that's why you tried to fight like that. But I don't know, man. I think his last KO was his last stoppage was Antonio Moran, I think, and yeah, I don't buy that. But yeah, you could be right though. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm not definitively saying you're wrong. I don't know. I think you're wrong, but that's not a bad point. Is what I'm saying. And that 5v5 is gonna be good. And then we got Bivol fighting Malik Zanad. It was supposed to be Bivol and Beterbiev this week. Can you believe that? It was supposed to be Bivol and Beterbiev this freaking weekend, y'all. Oh, that hurts. I just hope Bivol doesn't lose, bro. If he loses, oh man, I ain't gonna lie, I probably ain't gonna cry, but gosh dang, I'd be hurt. Uh-oh. What's going on with Miles Turner getting into it with somebody? Is it Jaylen Brown? Yeah, this weekend lost a lot of steam with that one. Yeah, but like I said, but that's a blessing though, because the 5v5 is still gonna be good. I'm excited for that. Of course, I'm not as excited for that as Beterbiev and Bivol as well as the main event, but I'm still excited though. And then I know a lot of y'all heard the rumors about the USA versus Mexico 5v5 potentially. The rumor from Turki Al-Sheikh, you know, that's gonna be crazy if it's real. I don't think it's real yet, but I've been hearing you're picking a lot of steam up. They said the location of the venue is going to be in LA. So there's a lot of details that have been brewing, you know. They already have the 5v5, but, you know, it's going to be just speculation. But, you know, I'm going to make a video on it when I hear a little bit more, when I get a real reputable source on it and I get a little bit more, something more solid to go off of. But, you know, so supposedly it's supposed to be Canelo versus Crawford as a headliner. So USA versus Mexico affair, you know. Terrence Crawford versus Canelo, U.S. versus America. Then Caleb Plant versus Jaime Munguia. Then Shakur Stevenson versus Isaac Pitbull Cruz. Dang, what are the other two? I can't remember the other two right now. I can't remember the other two, bruh. Eddie said it's not real, but he wouldn't be surprised if the Crown Prince pulled it. Yeah, I know Eddie said it wasn't, but hey, you never know, man. Dang, who were the other two, bro? Who were the other two fights? Canelo Crawford, Jaime Munguia, Caleb Plant, Shakur Stevenson, Isaac Pitbull Cruz. Who were the other two fights? Oh yeah, Celtics about to get him up out of there, Illuminati. I can't remember the other two now. Dang. That's crazy. I can't remember the other two for the life of me. Whatever. The 5v5 about to be wild this week. Yeah, man. I'm looking forward to that, man. I was thinking about doing a parlay. Man. But I don't know. I might just bet individually on them, but cause if I do a parlay, that'd be dangerous. But if you hit a parlay and you hit all of them, ooh wee. How long does it take to grow dreads, man? To get them to lock, I think it took my hair about 4 or 5 months to lock. To grow this length, I don't know. That took a long time. But then again, you know, I don't take care of my hair either. But to grow this length, shit, I've been growing my hair for about 8, probably 10 years now. You know, But you know, my hair be breaking and stuff like that too. And I think my hair really should be long if I took care of it, but I don't take care of it. Like I don't get it retwisted like I should. I don't get it I don't condition it like I should. Keep it moisturized, all that stuff. But yeah, for it to lock though, it took a couple months. Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It took me almost a full year to lock. Depends on your hair. Yeah, it depends on your texture. That's true. Yep, that's a fact. It definitely depends on your hair texture. How coarse your hair is, particularly. But yeah, man. I think, man. I think there's gonna be I think this weekend's gonna be a good set of fights. You know, I really do. I think I'm looking forward to it. I don't know. The only one I feel like I'm unsure of is, like I said, the Willie Hutchinson versus Hamza Shiraz. I don't know how that's gonna go because I haven't seen him fight. I mean, not Willie Hutchinson. Sorry, Hamza Shiraz versus Austin Emma Williams. I don't know how that one's gonna go, and I don't know anything about the William Hutchinson versus Craig Richards. I would lean towards Craig Richards because Craig Richards only has two losses, but they're both to good guys, Joshua Buatsi and Dimitri Bivol. With the Willie Hutchinson, I believe has one loss, and I don't remember who he lost to. So yeah, I'm leaning towards Craig Richards, but I'm still not sure. So I think the rest of them, though, I think I'm pretty confident that Ray Ford will beat Nick Ball. I'm pretty confident Phil Hergovich will beat Daniel Dubois. And I'm pretty confident that, you know, Zhang will beat Wilder. But if Wilder's gonna bounce back, this will be the time to do it because Zhang definitely gets hit. He's there to get hit, and this would be a good bounce back. But I think, like I said, I don't think he has anything left. Him being Wilder, I think Wilder is gonna lose. Sorry, I lied. Craig Richards has 3 losses. I thought he had 2 losses. He has 3 losses. So Joshua Buatsi, like I said, Dimitri Bivol, like I said, and he also lost to a dude named Frank Buglioni. Unfamiliar with him. So sorry, he has 3 losses. I thought he only had 2. Yeah, so. All right, chat, man. 71-71. Boston has the ball right now. Third quarter, 6 minutes left. So it looks like it's going to be Boston versus Dallas, y'all. Who y'all got? If Wilder wins, I might cry. I'm telling you. Ooh, good block. Who that just blocked? I don't even know who that was. That just blocked Jason Tatum. And then they returned the favor. McConnell just got blocked on the other side by Derek White. That's out of bounds off Jaylen Brown. But yeah, man. So I appreciate y'all rocking with me as always, for real, man. Don't forget to like the video if you are on the YouTube side. I was gonna ask one thing before I go. Yeah, who do y'all got? The Mavs or the Celtics? Even if it doesn't end tonight, you know, it's hard to come back from being down 3-0. So, and plus Tyrese Halliburton's not playing. So they lost their biggest star, and then, you know, Minnesota, Cat Williams. Karl Anthony Towns seemed like he had no show this series. I'm gonna be looking like T.O. talking about that's my quarterback. That's my quarterback. Y'all let me know, man. Who y'all got, man? Y'all got Dallas or y'all got Boston? I think I might have. I'll be rooting for Dallas, but I think Boston might beat them. You got Mavs. Yeah, I'll be rooting for the Mavericks, but I think Boston might have it, especially if Kristaps Porzingis could come back. If Kristaps Porzingis could come back, I think that would be a because I know he was supposed to be back last game, but I think because they've been winning so handily, they haven't even been playing him. I haven't been keeping up with the injury update, but if I'm not mistaken, I think he could have came back in game 3, but they feel like they're in such a comfortable position that they're not even letting Kristaps come back. So once Kristaps comes back, then man, I do think that I think Dallas will be in trouble. But yeah, chat, man. Like I said, anybody wants to join the Discord, you can always join. We can talk. I have a discussion at all times. Y'all know what it is. But yeah, shout out to my boy, Dr. Twan K-Park for coming through. Hey, Rio Shimada with the big resub. Let me get some sub love in the club. I need to fix that. I forgot. So I'm gonna put that up. I'm gonna put that up on the thing so it shows up. I keep forgetting, man. I keep forgetting to move that up, bro. That's a resub on the Twitch side, man. Thank you, bro. I forgot to move that up. on this overlay. So I'm gonna do that again. I'm gonna do that tonight. I always say I'm gonna move that so it looks better when people resub on the Twitch side. I need to move that. I keep forgetting. Yes, sir. Appreciate you, bro. I think the closers on the Mavs are a real problem in the fourth. Yeah, and Suns got a bunch of pups. That's true. They ain't got no dogs. You right. Appreciate that, Rio Shimada. But yeah, man, appreciate y'all rocking me as always, man. Remember, with God, we can do anything. Without God, we are nothing. Once again, happy Memorial Day, man. Once we threw up our prayers for them, but still, once again, shout out to the soldiers. You know what I'm saying? Those that are active and inactive, those that are standing and falling, and prospective soldiers. You know what I'm saying? Their families, man. Shout out to them for fighting for our freedoms and our rights, and things that we have to do. So shout out to all of them that we're able to do, and also too, not most importantly, but also importantly, very importantly, rest in peace to the legend, the icon, Bill Walton, man. Bill Walton passed away today, 71 years old. We threw a prayer up for them, for his family, and our sincerest condolences go out to the Walton family, man. Multiple time NBA champion, MVP. Legend in the game, man. Everybody that talks about Bill Walton always has something good to say about him, man. So, it sucks that we lose dope people like that, man. So shout out to Bill Walton, man, and rest in peace. God bless his soul. Sincere condolences go out to his family. Y'all be easy, man. The doctor is out, man. Y'all take care of yourselves. I'll catch y'all. I might throw a live stream up tomorrow. Good Lord willing, we might do a live stream tomorrow. But we stream every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We come through with the live box streaming sporadically in between. You know what I'm saying? So I might jump on live again tomorrow. Good Lord willing. We do boxing commentary for all the fights. So y'all be easy. Peace. The doctor's out. From the hood to college, both worlds they had to meet. 6 degrees between us, so cold we're about to freeze. But with Florida boys, hot takes, we bring the heat. We're moving the culture, the engineers to the streets.